What is going on, guys? My name is PokeRev, and welcome to the Poke Cave. We are just going to jump right into it. If you guys missed it, last week, a first edition BGS 9.5 Charizard sold for $72,988 on auction through PWCC. We watched this go down, and this was the big highlight news of the week for the most part for a lot of the higher end market. And I got a lot of people wondering and questioning what this is going to make of PSA 10 versions of this card and Pokemon in general. So this is a big one to look out for. As long as it's got paid for, we're going to see what kind of effects it's going to have on the market as a whole. So we're going to keep an eye out on that one. Besides that, guys, the other big news, of course, is going to be Darkness Ablaze. So if you guys don't know, Darkness Ablaze essentially is the newest set that is being released in about 2 weeks from today. So really quickly here, we could jump on eBay and check it out. There are people that already have this stuff. They're listing it on eBay. I mean, as you can see here, this person has them up for $145 a booster box, which of course is going to be way over like the normal retail price. And we could scroll through it. We could see what items are being listed at. So 165 Darkness Ablaze, etc. Some people have them up for $200 a booster box. There's some up that have them for $300 a booster box, but we can actually go to sold listings and see if any of these have been sold or not. But a lot of them are the pre-orders that are about $95. So I would suggest, guys, don't spend any more than about $95 for a booster box of Darkness Ablaze. If you can wait it out, if you really want it, you're probably gonna have to go ahead and pay something like $150 like this one, and pay that premium just to have it. But if you can wait it out, definitely wait it out and pay the normal retail price. But otherwise, you're gonna be paying like substantially above market on those. And besides that, guys, of course, the other big topic of the week is gonna be Champion's Path. This is the other huge set that's gonna be released. So you guys got to keep an eye out for this. If you see any of these elite trainer boxes pop up, definitely try to pre-order them. Every time I check places, they're completely sold out for $44.97 right here. And some of these places restock. It says every Friday until release. So make sure you keep an eye out for that and keep your eyes peeled. The other big items in Champion's Path are some of these V collection boxes here, Marnie collection box. I know there's a Surfetched, and it's going to have the packs and everything like that. And if you guys are wondering, the big deal with Champion's Path is that it's kind of going to be like Hidden Fates, most likely, where they're going to have a big subset in there of really awesome cards on top of the normal set. We're going to see, though. They haven't announced that exactly yet, but of course, it's going to be the full art Charizard in the Elite Trainer box, and most likely the VMAX is coming in there, and probably in Rainbow Rare, but we're going to see that. But guys, welcome. Thank you so much for hanging out here. Sorry for the late start. And I just had to start that intro off for the replay so that when people click on this video, they don't just see me talking about random stuff. But all right, guys, it's cool to see you here. We got Steven. I saw Julian. We got Mystic Mew. My hands are still hurting, guys. If you missed it, yesterday streamed for 9 hours for the 1300 pack opening. It was crazy. And yeah, my hands are hurting. I had to take a little longer to recover, so thank you guys for sticking it out and waiting for me to start up this live video. I had like 3 cups, guys. I mean, I'm recovering. I'm recovering from that opening for sure. But guys, if you don't know, this is the live Q&A where you can ask your questions all about Pokemon cards, collecting, buying and selling, the market, grading, investing, literally anything about Pokemon cards, guys. If you want to get your questions answered, all you have to do is go down to the description down below. It's like this first link down there, or second one. Click that, send your questions in. You guys can attach photos and everything like that. But yeah, yesterday it took a toll on me, guys. I'm not gonna lie, that one took a toll on me. After I was feeling good during it, and then afterwards just crashed, passed out, and got a late start today. But thank you guys for coming to kick it like usual here. I know we got PokeDeek in the house as well. Marshall's here, J Bob and Sons. Guys, it's so cool to see you again. It literally wasn't that long ago we were live doing this thing. So, all right, let's get it going, guys. We're going to start off with the first question. It's going to be a collecting question from Jeremy. And the goal is to grade and sell cards. The question is, my girlfriend and I are trying to get into grading and selling Pokemon. We were going to start with X and Y evolutions. Is this a good set to start with, or is there a better set? You know what? It's a good way to start this off. Half of the packs we opened up yesterday were X and Y evolutions because I think it's such a good set to open up, and it's a good set to grade and even to start with. Because the thing with that is, I'm going to switch over the screen here for you guys, and we'll peek up on eBay. Because the thing with evolutions is you can get booster boxes for pretty cheap. I mean, you can get them for really cheap for what you can actually get out of the booster box if you're lucky enough. So they're usually like what, like 120-ish, 125, 115 in that ballpark for a booster box of evolutions. So if you guys don't know, this is evolutions. Now we can just put in PSA 10. Because you said you want to grade and sell cards, right? So PSA 10 evolutions. So we can look at the 10s of evolutions cards and you can get an idea of what these are selling for. So I just clicked on that. I'm under sold. And of course, guys, that Mega Charizard full art that we were pulling yesterday, I think we might have pulled about 4 of those. That one's going for about a couple $100 in a PSA 10. Now, sure, opening product is definitely, a lot of that has luck involved with it because you want to get cards that are good quality and that are going to actually grade well. But the thing with evolutions is you can even get PSA 9s and they're still worth it. That reverse Charizard, the OG reprint, going for about $325 in a PSA 10. We pulled a bunch of those the other day as well. And then, of course, that holographic one right here, guys. This one ended just yesterday at $1,500. I think we might have pulled about maybe 10 of these. 8 to 10, probably about 10 of them, I would say. And this card in a PSA 10, $1,500 from a booster box that you could purchase for about 120 bucks. Now, that card in a PSA 9, Evolutions Charizard. See if we can find one up here that sold recently. Let's see what the 9s are going for, because here's the thing that's going to be pretty interesting is that you could actually grade a 9, and it looks like the 9s here are going for about probably about $100 to $150. Yeah, 160 on that one. 160. So that was just yesterday. They're all over the place a little bit, but yeah, between 100 and probably to 100 to 150, I would say on that card. So it's like even if you get that card and you pull it and it gets a PSA 9, the box was only what, $120 or so. So, and it's not that difficult of a card to pull. I mean, it's kind of difficult, but at the same time, it's not like a hyper rare, ultra rare. It's just a regular holo in the set. So it's a cool set to start with. You can hang on to the sealed boxes. You can open them up. It's a good set. You can do a lot of different things with it. So, yep. Moving on to the next question here. Hopefully that helped you out there. But yeah, good luck to you as well. Let's see. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we are going to pull up the next one. Axiom 8, you're up on here too. I don't know if this is from last week or not, but I got your email. I'm going to get back to you on that with all the photos that you sent in as soon as possible. So let's check it out and see what other questions we have here. And I hope I started at the beginning of these questions. It kind of mixes up from last week. So I'm hoping I started at the right spot. This question, is the E-Series undervalued? Box prices are high and PSA 10 prices relatively low. What do you think? This is from DJ. So not Evolutions, Expedition, Skyridge, and Aquapolis, right? So they're actually catching up. And it's funny that you mentioned that because, like you said, the boxes are definitely way higher. The sealed product is way higher. But now the prices of the graded cards are actually moving up. So PSA 10, we could do something like Skyridge. So we could actually check the most recent sold, because the thing is, you're going to be looking at a lot of old pricing data. So when you're looking at stuff like Skyridge, for those of you guys who don't know, Skyridge is the last set that Wizards of the Coast ever did. You look at some of the cards on here and you could see a lot of them are older, but like here's the box topper. That one went for $800 best offer. And yeah, I mean, I agree with you on it. The holos were definitely held back for a long time, but I think now that is the time when they're starting to get up there, because the only way to get those cards, once the mint cards in the world are kind of gone, or the near mint or whatever, is to open up product. And it's like, to open up product, it's difficult, and it's just going to keep getting more and more difficult with the E-Series. So I would say definitely on that one. Hope that answered your question. Next question is going to be from Sully. This is a buying and selling question. The goal is to own a base set booster box. That's a nice goal. The question is, I got an offer to trade a PSA 9 unlimited base set Charizard for a banged up, probably one PSA 1 or 2 worthy, and $200 in store credit. I originally purchased the PSA 9 Charizard for $200. What are your thoughts? I would say definitely not. I wouldn't do that, because the 9s right now, I think they're going for about $800 or so for PSA 9 Charizard base set unlimited. And I mean, I would just hang on to the Charizard, honestly, or just sell it yourself, because a lot of times with stores, they'll give you a price that's definitely below market. It's so that they can also make a profit off of it. So if you want to move that Charizard, I would just sell it on eBay or something, honestly, and get the highest value that you can out of it, or just hang on to it, because base unlimited Charizards they're constantly going up. It's like that is like the card that everybody goes to first for the most part that are jumping back into old school like Pokemon cards and things like that. But guys, I also I want to welcome to the PokeCave Explorer tier Nito Koza. If I said your name correctly, welcome to the PokeCave Explorer. I probably totally said your name wrong. I apologize, but welcome. Thank you so much for joining up for the membership, and yeah, thank you so much. It means a lot. The support is awesome from you guys, and I can't thank you enough. And again, still, if I'm a little bit off today, I'm still recovering from the 9-hour stream from yesterday. If you missed that, it's up on YouTube. You can watch the entire thing. We pulled the Rainbow Rare Charizard. We pulled every type of Charizard that you could get out of those Burning Shadows and Evolution. So it was a fun time. Tom, what's going on? Steven, Samuel, H2. I appreciate you guys. Hey, yeah, definitely. If you guys wouldn't mind smashing that like button, we got over 400 people hanging out here. It definitely helps out. It gets the videos out there, and it keeps the channel going like always, and it keeps me awake. It keeps me going. This helps too, and having you guys here. Elite 5 is finished catching up from last night's stream. Thank you so much for checking that out. That was a wild one. We had a lot of people that hang out for the entire thing, so I truly appreciate it, guys. All right, let's move on to the next question. So, next question up is gonna be from Electro, and the question is, or the goal is to get my question answered. I like the goal. That's a nice goal. You're on the right track for that goal. Do you think the Rainbow Rare Charizard V/V Max or alternate art Charizard will be in Champion's Path? I have suspicion because the ETB has a Charizard VMAX. Yeah, so for sure, I'm going to say that there's most likely going to be some sort of Charizard VMAX Rainbow Rare. I'm assuming it's probably going to be the Japanese trophy cards, if you guys have seen that one. And then the full art V is confirmed to be in the Elite Trainer boxes. So, yeah, that one's... It's going to be fun. It's going to be fun when the Elite Trainer boxes drop for Champion's Path. I think a lot of people are going to enjoy that set. I know I'm definitely so let's see what the next question is. Cool. Okay, so this is a grading question from Clive. What's going on, Clive? Thank you for joining up here. I recently opened a first edition Jungle booster box. Whoa, that is a big one. First edition Jungle booster boxes, I think, are pushing like 9,000 or so, maybe even more. I haven't checked in a while. Do you think it's worth grading every single card? Specifically, I'm talking about the commons and uncommons. Thanks, Rev. Yep, I think so. As I would say, maybe just kind of go through and see the ones that'll grade a 10 for the most part. But even like the popular Pokemon in 9s at this point are worth it. But I would. So I think you throw a picture up on here as well. Let's see if... Wow, you did. Check this out, guys. Check this out. Here's Clive's first edition Jungle booster box. So round of applause to you for taking that big jump, that leap there to open that up. I hope you had a fun time with that. But check it out. I see you got a Pidgeot there. You got a Venomoth. There's all your Eevees. You got some Butterfrees. I wonder if you have some D edition Butterfrees in there. Let's see. I might not be able to see that. Looks like a regular one, but I know D editions can be mixed in there. But here's all of Clive's cards from the Jungle first edition booster box opening. That's crazy. That is awesome. But yeah, the Eevees, definitely the Butterfrees, like literally any non-holo that you think could get a 10, 100%, and then the ones that you think could get a 9, probably popular ones like Eevee, Butterfree, Cubone, the evil, and then like all the rare non-holos. Because like if you check this out, right, if we go to PSA 10 Jungle first on eBay, I mean, and we just go to sold, like you guys will see it's like what the market's actually doing here with a lot of these non-holos. I know I've been grading and selling non-holos as long as I've been in Pokemon cards. Like it's just the non-holos when I got in there was really nobody doing that, and I jumped in and I just started grading all the non-holos because in my mind it made sense that people would want to collect entire sets. When I started in Pokemon in 2015 or so, people, when they said I had a complete set, they were only talking about the holos. It was a different market, so they would be like, for like base set or like Jungle and Fossil or Neo sets, when people would say I have a complete set, and it was just universal that most people would think they were just talking about the holos because nobody was doing the non-holos. But when I jumped in, I saw it as something where people, in my mind, it didn't make sense because the artworks on the non-holos were just as good, if not better, than the holos. So that's when I started going through, and I would grade all the cards that I would pull out of boxes too. And then I would have the ones that I didn't need. I'd put them on eBay, and people would purchase them because then they started saying, "Oh wow, let's go for a whole collection, as in the entire set, including the holos." And then that's like really when people started jumping in and getting the entire sets. But like, I mean, a Seeking, $40 in a 10. The Electrode, it's a rare, but it's like $100 in a 10. This Meowth sold for 71 or best offer in a 10. Pinsir 100. Mime, Pidgeot. I mean, you guys know this from our openings. I always say grade all your cards. Bellsprout, $35. This Pikachu sold for 175 or best offer. The Eevee sold for $100 or best offer. This Mankey somehow sold for $120. I don't know why that would have been, but 60 for the Rhydon. I mean, these are all like, because it only costs you $9 bulk submission to do the grading for all these cards. I mean, they're all like 75 for Cubone, 35 for the Bellsprout. The D Edition Butterfree, that's a big one, 380 or best offer. Primate, $40. This is Jungle First Edition, if you don't know, the set from 1999 Wizards of the Coast era. So if I scroll up here, then we do PSA 9, we can kind of see if it's worth it on the non-holos. And that's when it gets a little bit tricky for some of them. But like even these, I haven't checked the market on these in so long, but it's actually surprising. Jigglypuff, 50 or best offer. Victor Bell, 30 or best offer. 22 for Weepin' Bell. Yeah, even in the 9s at this point. Really, even the 9s, because 15 plus $10 shipping, that's $25, 38. I mean, it's $9 to grade the card, and then however much it costs to ship it out to the customer if you do free shipping. And yeah, at this point, really, even 9s in non-holos. Even 9s, really. $56 for the Pikachu in a 9. 20, 50, 30 for the Cubone. Yeah, I would say 100%. 100%. But yeah, that's cool that you did that. That's awesome. Congrats on opening that box up. But all right, so yeah, guys, if you don't know, we are live right now answering your guys' questions. If you're just joining up here related to Pokemon cards, buying, selling, investing, grading, like all of this stuff that has to do with Pokemon cards in general, this is the place to be. This is the place to hang out and have a good time and just kick it. And yeah, so I think I'm doing justice for my West Coasters because they're 3 hours behind here. So this is about 9 a.m. for you guys. So I know a lot of you missed it. So this is your time to jump in here and ask your questions right now if you haven't been able to make it, because I start too early for a lot of you guys since I'm on the East Coast, 3 hours ahead. Richard Elf with the super chat. Sup, Rev? Have a good day. Hey, I appreciate that. You too. I hope you have a great one and a great rest of your weekend. Let's move on to the next question, though. And guys, if you're asking questions in the live chat, that's not the place to do it. Go down to the description, the second link there, I think it is, or the first link. Click that. That's where you throw your questions in so I can see them all. But let's rock and roll, guys. Next up, we have Chris Bennett with the grading question. The goal is a Charizard EX with the OC grade. Oh, that is pretty cool. And that goes into yesterday when I said a lot of the cards that we were getting were probably going to be OC from the hyper rares from the Burning Shadows set. A lot of people like OC, so this is Chris looking for an OC card. Hey Rev, I picked up this card from eBay for $3. What's your opinion on PSA giving it to OC grade? So let's pull that up. We're gonna look at this card to see about it getting an OC grade. So I can explain that too. Those of you guys that don't know what OC means or what I'm saying, OC means off center. So people will collect cards that are off center, and you know what? So here we go. Here it is. So this is the card. So when I say off center, what I'm talking about is, see this side here on the right? It's very thick on the border, and then the left side's way thinner. So this card is off center. Now, if PSA would give this card the grade, the OC grade, so this card could come back a PSA 9 OC, or it could come back a PSA 8 OC, etc. So, Black Star promo Charizard, XY 121. So, you know what? OC cards, right? This one is very close. I mean, I would say you got maybe a 50-50 shot of them giving it the OC grade on here. I would say if it was over like maybe a little bit more, like right to there, you'd pretty much almost 100% be getting that OC grade. It's so close on this one. I like that Magmar in the background and the Flareon. And then the back is definitely not off center, but the front. So I would say it's a toss up. You might get it, you might not. It's right there. But yeah, That's the OC grade. People like those. And miscuts, there's big miscut collectors as well. So they're just the reason, and people might wonder, why would you want a card that's off center? Why would you want a card that's miscut? Well, because number one, it's unique, and it makes it more collectible to some people, where it makes it so that they have a specific card in a specific grade that other people don't have. So it's, in their eyes, it's cool, it's collectible, it's something that they have that they can try to go out and find. And I respect that, and I think it's pretty awesome. So those are some things that people collect, and that's what I mean by OC. So I think, again, it's probably right on the borderline there. You might not. All right, so Joey, buying and selling question. You're up next. The question is, hey, PokeRev, I love the channel. You're always so enthusiastic no matter the time of the stream. I appreciate that. I have some loaded questions, so sorry in advance. I recently got back into Pokemon collecting due to nostalgia, and the prices have skyrocketed. Due to prices, I was wondering, where are the best places / sites to buy vintage single cards and boosters, mainly expanding past Wizards of the Coast sets before X and Y? If I buy single cards, what are the chances of them returning in good condition with the possibility of good grade from PSA? Okay, so I get it. The question is kind of, it's in depth, right? It has a lot to it. You basically want to know where you can buy vintage cards and boosters, booster packs, maybe even booster boxes, expanding past the Wizards of the Coast era. So number one, there's not one specific place, and actually we're working on getting a master set through myself and the community. We're gonna try to come up with a master list of all these websites that a lot of us go to and search for things. But in terms of like single cards, I mean, you can go to TCG Player, you can go to Collector's Cash, DA Card World, eBay. You can go to your local stores. You can go to Goodwill. You can go online Goodwill. I mean, you can find it from friends and family that have cards laying around. You can find really like this. It's like anywhere you can think of is where you can go. So there's not one spot that's like the best, like I think that's something that people, not everybody understands, but so I want to explain that so that basically it'll make sense to people, because I think a lot of people think that there's a one. I'm not saying that this is you. I'm not saying that you think that at all, Joey, but I know people in general, a lot of times I get this other question that comes up, and it's like, where do you go to get this? Where do you go to get old school booster packs? Where do you go to get old school cards? And it's like, it's always a hunt. You always have to be on the lookout. You always have to be searching. It's got a mixture of luck, right place, right time, right searching, and everything like that work all together to get the stuff that you want for your collection. So you can't just call up 1-800 vintage Pokemon cards and then just get every single card and pack that you want. Again, I'm not saying that you're saying that, but I do get that question a lot. So it's the hunt of it. It's like, it's really just getting out there and going, just going past like any sort of like things that are uncomfortable to you to search and do, like hit people up on eBay, send them a message. Like, you gotta like really hustle it to find these things. And like the same thing with the packs. The other thing I would say for booster packs and booster boxes is just to be careful and know what you're looking for, know what's authentic and everything like that. Again, like you could find a random dude, a random like 50-year-old guy that collected Pokemon cards or had a store like 20 years ago and just has stuff in his closet, or guy or girl. It really, it's like it's that crazy how to find things like that. But that's really how it is with this stuff, and that's a part of the fun, is finding these things throughout the years, and finding these cool finds in these things, and getting them from random places. But then the rest of your question was, and then what are the chances of them returning in good condition with the possibility of a good grade? So that's the other thing, right? It's just going to depend on what, how the conditions of the cards are that you purchase. If you buy beat up cards, they're going to come back low grades. If you buy mint cards, they're going to come back higher grades. But hopefully that helped you out a little bit. Just check out some of those places that I mentioned, and just always hunt. Like, just go, literally, I would say right now, if you're watching this stream, if you're just hanging out and you're not doing anything else, and you have this on in the background, or you're watching it, just literally go on Google or eBay and just type in Pokemon cards, and just click and pull up websites and just search. Just search the websites. Go on a random website that maybe people never go on, that has a random store in the middle of like Indiana or wherever, and just like go on the website, call the store. That's another thing I used to do. I hope you guys are cool with me going in depth with this question, because I like to explain how to find things the best that I can. But another thing I used to do, I would just sit there. I would just type in Pokemon cards, and I would pick a state, and I would just start calling. I would just sit there, and I'd call the card stores. Hey, do you guys have old Pokemon cards? Nope, we don't have those. Hey, do you guys have old Pokemon cards? Nope. Hey, do you guys have old Pokemon cards? Nope. Do that 20 times. The 21st person that answered the phone. Hey, do you guys have old Pokemon cards? Yeah, hold on a second. Let me get the manager. Manager comes on. Yeah, we have Pokemon Jungle Booster Box from 1999. Or we have 6 packs of Holon Phantoms EX era from the 2000 era. Boom. That's it. Do you guys ship? Yep. Purchase it over the phone. That's it. Then save that contact. Now that's somebody. Hey, call me back if you guys ever get old stuff. Okay, we'll do. Save your name and number. Boom. Then you got a contact. Then do it again. Call up California. Start calling card stores. Hey, do you guys have old Pokemon cards? Pokemon cards. Call like 50 times. 51st person that answers the phone. Yep. We have Neo Genesis in the back, a booster box. You know, boom. Like that's one. I haven't. I'm not gonna lie. I haven't done that in a long time because I just haven't had the time. But like when you have time is on your side. When you have more time, you have more opportunities to go out and crush it every day and try to find stuff. So that's what I would recommend. So hopefully that helps you out with that question. But yeah. Oh, that's awesome. The Poke Couple says that's how we found a sealed case of black and white 3-pack blisters. That's so cool. Yep. I mean, you know what? That's what it is. That's what it is. So, that's what you got to do. You just got to get out there. You just got to get out there. Rev teaching us how to hustle. I'm trying, guys. I definitely. Oh, and Mick, the G Kids, had definitely found some Dragon Exalted and black and white packs. Other than that, can't find vintage around. Yeah, and that's the other thing too, is go around to stores. Maybe like take a one day and literally just go around to card shops in your area within like 50 miles or something like that. Just hit every single one or call every single one. Like that's what you got to do. You have to get on the phone. You have to call. You have to message people and just always be looking. So hopefully that helped you out with that question and everybody else that's listening in. It's the Pokemon hustle, guys. That's what it is. All right. So, Gengar, what's going on? This is a market question. And the goal is to make enough money from flipping my cards to buy a Rocket booster box. Oh, that is sick. Okay. So the question is, what is your opinion on holding on to Ultra Prism reprint booster boxes, and if you think they're going to get back to the $450 price? Okay, so those of you guys that don't know, that's a good question, by the way. Ultra Prism was just reprinted, as well as Hidden Fates, and Ultra Prism reprint was actually a really, really small reprint. Like, I got a super, super small amount of them in the Poke Cave. Like, I'm talking about, like, enough for, like, myself and, like, a handful of people, basically. Like, it was a small amount of stuff in comparison to what you normally get from a distributor. So, number one, the reprint on Ultra Prism was very low. But now you also have to remember that Ultra Prism, before the reprint, was at $400, like you said, around $450 a booster box. So we can actually check out eBay right now, and we can pull it up and see exactly what we're looking at with Ultra Prism booster boxes, because I haven't checked in a week. So Ultra Prism booster box. Now, I wouldn't be surprised if they're down to $200, $250. So there you go, new listing at $235 or best offer. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to all the listings. $240 or best offer. We're going to go to sold. $225 best offer sold today. $182. So they're actually, some of them are sub $200. $200. $180. Wow, this one sold for $173 with shipping. $200. So they're about $175 to $200 or so right now. And they were pushing about $450 before the reprint. So now what we can do is see what's on the market. So there's going to be people that are dumping these. So what you want to do is, I'll probably just go to, just so we can be in the range for these, about $150 or higher on Ultra Prism. So we're seeing there's a lot on the market. I mean, that's to be expected. There's people that are freaking out. They want to just get rid of them. But here's the other thing that you have to remember, is that the reprint, like I said, was small. But you also have to take into account the stuff that was out there before and the panic selling. So I think if you wait this out, right now I wouldn't sell them. I'm not selling any of mine. I'll tell you that. I'm not selling any of mine right now. I would hold off. And now this is another opportunity. I'm not saying to do this, but I'm saying it could be an opportunity for someone to go and start buying these up at these at prices of about $175 to $200, in hopes that they'll jump back to the previous high. But I think it's going to take a while to get back to that previous high. But I still like, so this is right now, like, for example, when a stock goes down, right? So like all these things that happen, like if you look at like the stock market as a whole, remember when all the crazy stuff happened and the virus and then it crashed and then all of a sudden that was a buying opportunity for people. So those people that knew what to do went in and they started buying at the crash. So that's what it is with this. You could buy in. You could even wait longer. They might even dip back down to 150. I can't see them going lower than 150 though. I mean, I don't even know if they could, maybe 150 at the lowest right now. That's my guess. But then we could look. The other thing is we can do is we can go on to PokeRev, right? And really look at this set. I mean, that's another thing. When people just buy booster boxes blindly and don't even know what's in the set, to just hear like, oh, Unified Minds or oh, Ultra Prism. So Ultra Prism, and we look at what's in the set, right? Because that's another thing. So you got a lot of full art trainers. Cynthia, Lily. You got Celesteela. You got Glaceon. That's a really nice one. Leafeon. That's a really nice one. You got Dialga, Palkia. You got the gold cards. Solgaleo. Oh yeah, those gold cards too. I mean, there's some good stuff in this set. It's definitely not like the top of the top type of set that I go for in terms of like that kind of stuff, but it's still good. Evolutions hold it. Solgaleo definitely holds it. So it's a solid set, but it's not, in my opinion, it's not like a huge crazy set. But yeah, well, there's nobody really knows the answer to it. So all I could say is that it could be a possibility of grabbing them now, but you don't know. Nobody really knows the answer. But that's my thoughts on that. All right. Let's see what else we have here. We actually have a super chat from Roland. I would love to grade some cards. What must I do because I live in the Netherlands? Okay, so you could actually do, well, you could grade your cards. You could send them in from the Netherlands. You could do the bulk submission and send them, but you're going to have to send them, if you want to do PSA, you're going to have to send them to the United States to do that. You could do a middleman service, but if you know how to submit cards to PSA, you can definitely, or Beckett, you could still do it no matter where you are in the world. You just got to pay a little bit more to get it over there. But you can still grade them. It's no problem. If you want to use a middleman service, you can definitely do that as well. So that's another possibility. You can do, all the other, there's big companies that do it. Ludkins, TCA, and there's a few others that do it as well. So you can check them out. Show and Tube also with the super chat. Rev, you emailed me. I just bought 2 boxes of Evolutions. What should I hope for? Show and Tube. Okay, so I just bought 2 boxes of Evolutions. What should I hope for? So I'm assuming hope for as in opening the booster boxes up. if you're looking with what to hope for, check out the live stream from yesterday, and you'll see every single card that you can get out of Evolutions. In terms of that, if you're looking to open it or if you're looking to hold on to them long term, you could do that as well. But if you're looking what to get out of there, you want that holo Charizard that we showed at the beginning of the stream. You want that full art Charizard as well. You want there's a lot of Charizards in the set, and there's some nice full art Mega Blastoise and stuff like that as well. So, but yeah. So let's see. We also have a super chat from Cole Skins. How much money would a Plasma Storm booster box cost nowadays? And Plasma Freeze. Well, let's check it out. So Plasma Storm is the biggest set for the black and white era, if you don't know. So what I'm going to do actually is I'm going to pull this up. And thank you for the super chat, Cole. So what I can do is I can actually go up to here and I can do Plasma Storm box. And they're over, for sure, over $3,000. I mean, even the Elite Trainer boxes, people are listing for $3,000. You get the Secret Rare Charizard in there. For those who don't know, the Secret Rare Blastoise. I mean, there's like Lugia, full art. There's a lot of really nice stuff in there. But the last one sold for $3,500 back a couple weeks ago. So that's like a good starting point there. Is $3,500. I would say at least $3,500. And that is, again, that's the black and white era. And it makes sense. So then like a month before that, one sold on auction for $3,000. So I mean, you could probably see him up to 4,000 at this point for the Plasma Storm. And it's a set that, like I said, from the black and white era, it's got really good cards in there. If you guys want to check out what's in that set, we can pull it up. And actually, we are opening up, if you guys didn't know, we're opening up Plasma Storm on Thursday in a collection box. I actually have one right here. So we'll check this out if you guys want to see on Thursday. So this is what I'm talking about with Plasma Storm. There's one pack of Plasma Storm in here. There's one pack right here with the Lugia artwork on that. There's a black and white base and then Boundaries Cross, but Plasma Storm is definitely a big one with the Secret Red Charizard, Secret Red Blastoise, the Lugia. This actually has a Charizard in it as well. But this is what I'm talking about when I say Plasma Storm. It's I mean, it's a big set. Like it's an awesome set that people really are into. But that's getting opened up on Thursday if you want to see what's in that set and some of the stuff you could pull. But if we go over here, we can actually, I'll show you guys. Plasma Storm is a big one. I'd say it's the biggest set in black and white era. If you're looking at the sets here, this is in terms of biggest, I mean like the most expensive and like the cards, the most types of cards that people are trying to grab. But like here's the Secret Rare Charizard that I'm talking about. That's that one, and it's even a shiny too. And then you got the Blastoise Secret Rare as well. You also have all these other full arts. There's the Lugia that I was talking about. I mean, that is a sick artwork for the full art Lugia. You got Cobalion. So Articuno too is another really nice one. That's Plasma Storm. Okay. And that one, it probably 3,500 to 4,000 at this point. And then the other one you said was Plasma Freeze. So for those of you guys that know, here's another one that's pretty popular. It's definitely not going to be as expensive as Plasma Storm, but Plasma Freeze has the Deoxys. Deoxys full art is nice. Latios, Tornadus. So yeah, there's some good stuff in Plasma Freeze. I think there's also, yeah, there's like the EX cards. There's like the we open this up, so there's the Team Plasma cards with the blue borders, which are really nice. So if you see like there's a blue border on there, which is, I love those. The evolutions are in that set. There's all kinds. I mean, Dragonite. I remember we opened this up and it was just like so many awesome Pokemon in this set. Dragonite. That set we could check to see what they're selling for. Plasma Freeze. I would assume they're like around 2,000, maybe more by now. Yeah, last one on PW. Oh, that was on PWCC auction. I forgot last week went for 1,400. So maybe not quite 2,000, but maybe 1,500 or so, 1,600. So these are a little bit easier to find though if you look on eBay. So I'd say probably in that ballpark, 1,400, 1,500 or so for a Plasma Freeze. But there's good stuff in that set for sure. Black and white era is really nice. And then just randomly, if you guys want to see this, if you guys don't know Call of Legends, this is another one that we got to open up eventually. But Call of Legends, so if I actually go back here, if you look at Call of Legends, it's the only set in this era. Like, how crazy is that? You just see Call of Legends and then the set Call of Legends. Like, that was it. That's all they had. Platinum, you could see there's a bunch of sets, like Diamond and Pearl, EX era. Black and White had a bunch, X and Y. But, like, Call of Legends, this was it. And Call of Legends is crazy. Like, if you look at all the Pokemon on here, even the uncommons and commons are just, like, awesome Pokemon. Such a crazy set. You got so many big hitters in this set. Like, look at this Lugia. That is awesome. Kyogre. This set is so... I want to open up one of these in the Poke Cave eventually. This is on the list for sure, but it's so hard to find Call of Legends, and I just randomly thought about Call of Legends. But yeah, that is... I hope that answers your question, Cole. Thank you for the super chat. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. If you haven't already, smash that like button if you're enjoying this. If you're enjoying this type of video. I know it's different than the openings, but... yeah, let me know. We got Trainer Trey in the house. What is going on, brother? Thank you for joining up here. Appreciate you coming to kick it after that crazy live stream yesterday. Still recovering. I think we're all still recovering. Trainer Trey's probably still recovering. His fingers are probably... my fingers are like... I actually had... does anybody know how long it takes to build up calluses, because I'm not even joking. I have calluses on my pointer finger from opening packs from 9 hours. Like last night when I ended the stream and I was going to bed and I like felt my finger and I had calluses on it after 9 hours of opening packs. I didn't think you could build up calluses that fast, but apparently I guess you can. But MIC, the G Kid, welcome to the Poke Cave Adventure membership. Thank you so much for joining up. Make sure you check out the community tab. There's a post there so you can jump in on the members exclusive opening. The first one was yesterday, but we're gonna have the next one is gonna be the end of this month. It's August 1st, everybody. So happy I guess happy August. I don't know, beginning of August. I'm gonna announce that tomorrow, actually, at the beginning of the live stream, what the next members opening is gonna be. And I mentioned it a bunch of times, but it's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be awesome. Yeah, my fingers keep tearing and bleeding from the hard sleeve, says Gengar. No, my fingers is just been through it, guys. It's been through like a war. It's been through like a war. Oh, dude, I didn't even realize. There's still. I didn't clean up. I just went to bed. I literally like. There's just. They're just everywhere. It's just like I didn't have time, but like there's still. If you guys didn't see at the end of it, we celebrated by throwing up all the packs. They're just everywhere. Oh wow, I didn't even realize they're literally everywhere. Clean that up another time. Hey, thank you, May Brewer. Thank you so much. So, let's move on to the next question up on here. Next question is going to be a collecting question from Wiegand. I think that's how you say your name. Hey, would it be cool if you could buy some mystery boxes off eBay and open them live? I bought 10 different ones for $100 to $800 to extend my collection. Hey, that's pretty cool. I don't know how legitimate the mystery boxes are. And I was considering buying some of them off of eBay to see. But, like, I was thinking of doing ones where I feel like I would get scammed on them, if that makes sense. Like, just from, like, a random seller with, like, one feedback. Just like for fun. But it's interesting. So we could pull up actually on here Pokemon Boost mystery boxes. That's cool that you did that on your channel, though. I mean, I'm not the biggest fan of mystery boxes, but I know a lot of people are. So as long as you get them from a reputable seller, you know, I could see them being good, but you just have to be careful. But like Pokemon mystery boxes, of course you got mystery power boxes. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to take out the word power. So if you put a minus sign in the word, that'll take it out. So I got rid of power. That brought it all the way down to only 9 listings somehow. Oh, this is under sold. So, like, you have these. Like, there's nothing against this seller at all. Like, I'm sorry. I'm not calling you out or anything. But, like, this is just mystery box. Make an offer for what you would like to pay. $200 or best offer. Has 5 available. Pokemon mystery boxes. Who knows what you will get? The sky's the limit. Guaranteed good cards in each box. Each offer will get different amount of items. It's just there so you can decide what you would like to spend on each box. Okay, so you can actually spend however much you want on the box, I guess, and then they would build it according to the price. Then, like, you know, you can go to their feedback and check. I would check that out too, just to be careful. But I don't see, like, you can see what the people purchased. I don't see anything about mystery boxes. Oh, this person gave positive for a mystery box. Thank you for the awesome mystery box. Definitely gave me a better view on them. Okay. See if anybody else purchased a mystery box from this person. I don't see any other ones. But they actually, you know what? Yeah, it just depends. Like, you could grab them. This person has one up for $700 or best offer. Mystery box with a question mark. Good luck. Mystery box. Pokemon card mystery boxes. That's another one. And then this person has one up for $2,000 or best offer. 0 feedback. So this is the one where you probably would probably not have a good time. Pokemon mystery card boxes. Condition is new. So there's a lot of people that put them up. I mean, you just keep scrolling through here. This person sold 21 of them for $100 a box. Pokemon mystery box. Vintage Wizard of the Coast. Sealed products. Hollow. Pokemon mystery box. Includes, inside you will get mostly sealed products. Vintage hollows and at least 1 PSA card. Overall, you will get more than the value of the box. I'm sure you'll love the mystery. Please message me for a particular item you might like, and I'll try my best to accommodate. Gotta catch them all. Also, all products are cleaned and sanitized before shipping. I hope you don't clean and sanitize your your mint cards. But they sold 21, and then you can go to their feedback. Wow. Okay. Look, they have good feedback. Well, the thing is, only one person actually left feedback for the mystery box, but they said thank you with positive. So this is something that I was always like thinking about, like just opening one of these up on the channel. Let me know if you guys would want to see that. It would literally just be for fun and not expecting anything really out of it. But maybe I'll buy one from this person just for fun if you guys want to see it. But yeah, I usually just I would just call it extreme caution for mystery boxes. I'm not saying anything for or against them. I'm just saying, like, the thing with mystery boxes is a lot of people can put stuff in there that it's hard to move, like stuff that's hard to sell. So they put it in there so that they can actually, you know, sell it and move it out, or you get stuff that's maybe not worth what you paid. But then again, you get stuff that's more, depending on, I guess it 100% just depends on the seller and what they're putting in there. But they also have, this is the same seller has them for $1,000, and somebody actually purchased one of those, which is pretty crazy for $1,000. Yeah, so that's mystery boxes, and I totally just started rambling. I forget what the question was, but if I oh, so you were asking if you should buy them. Well, I guess I basically answered that question. I would just buy what you want to buy for your collection. That's what I would do. If there's stuff that you want to buy for your collection, I just buy exactly what you want to buy and skip the mystery box. Unless it's like super, super reputable, like you're getting it off of like TCA Gaming or something. But I don't even know if he does them anymore because they're so hard to keep up with. The thing with, like, I was even doing them for a little bit, but the thing with mystery boxes is I completely stopped after like very shortly, because I want to make sure that I'm putting in good things in them. And when I start doing that, then it's like, if I have like 20 people a day that want mystery boxes, I'll run out of good stuff, and like I'll be the PokeCave will be gone. It'll be just, everything will be gone. So yeah, I can't do them anymore, unfortunately. But I know a lot of you guys request them, but I just can't. Like, I'm sorry, I'd love to. It would make my day to send everybody mystery boxes, but I just would run through everything like quickly. So the next question is going to be, actually, we have a super chat from Luke. I messaged you a while back on Instagram. My Instagram name is Luke Luke'stagrams. I was wondering if you could help me grade the cards I took a pic of and send it to PSA for me. I can give you some commissions. Hey Luke, sorry I missed your Instagram message. I know I missed a lot of people's messages, and it's just it's very hard. Like, they get flooded. And it just can't, like, I would just be on Instagram 24/7, unfortunately, and I love to talk to everybody. But sorry I missed your message. But so I don't actually offer PSA middleman services. That's another thing that I would love to do as well, but I physically don't have the capabilities to be able to handle all the cards that everybody would send. But I would highly recommend sending your cards to somebody maybe like TCA Gaming. I'm sure you guys know him already, but he's on YouTube and Instagram. So check out TCA Gaming, and he does it. He's like, he knows how to do it. He knows how to run it. He's like a well-oiled machine. He's got everything set up to handle all the cards and everything like that. Great guy. One of the best dudes in the hobby for sure. So I would definitely hit him up, and you could do it that way. I am doing a one-time thing for Ben, if you guys know Ben, because he just has like the craziest collection of cards that I've ever seen, and I know everybody wants to see what he has in his collection and what they grade and everything like that. But other than like something like crazy like that, I really just I don't offer the service, unfortunately. So yeah, I would check out TCA Gaming. And if you do want, you can also, though, Luke, you could send your cards in for this live Q&A. Go to the description down below, click on the question link there, and you can upload photos of your cards, like the front and backs, and we can check it out during the live and let you know, like, maybe if you're wondering what the card would grade. Like, I could definitely do that and help you with that out. Help you out with that, if I could talk. Gengar says, PokeRev, that seller is awesome. I think if you're talking about the mystery boxes. So yeah, some people are mixed thoughts on it, but yeah, so that's cool. I mean, I might give it a shot just for fun. So let's see. We also have a super chat from Tokyo Nate, the question, there's a question. It's why are Jungle First Edition boxes low compared to other First Edition Wizards of the Coast boxes? I would like to think Jungle will be higher because it's the second ever printed. That's a good question. That's a really good question. So the reason for that, so for those of you guys that know what First Edition Jungle is, I'll show you. It's the 1999 second set that was ever released for Pokemon, and there's a reason why. Now, the reason why, I'm trying to pull this up here while you're not working. Go. The reason why they are not as high as something that came out later, like a Neo Genesis or like a Neo Destiny or like a Revelation, is because of the fact that that was like the height of Pokemon cards, base, jungle, fossil, rocket. That is when Pokemon was pumping them out left and right during that craze. So there should be more jungle booster boxes in existence in comparison to something, if you're looking at like a Genesis box or like a Neo era box or even like a Gym Series box. That's why you see, it's pretty interesting, but you'll see Wizards of the Coast era boxes it's actually as you get to newer Wizards of the Coast era boxes, they actually go up in value, in price. Besides obviously first edition base. So it's like a cup. Imagine that. So first edition base is literally like the top of the top in terms of pricing. But then it's like it comes down dramatically when you get to like base unlimited. Then jungle first is right around there. Fossil first is a little bit lower. Rocket's right around there. Then what happens is you start moving back up. We get the gym challenge, the gym sets, and that is because, well, and base 2 goes down because base 2 is probably the least popular Wizard of the Coast set. But then you start moving back up when you get to the gym sets, because those sets were not, I mean, I'm assuming this, and a lot of people are assuming this, they weren't printed nearly as much as base, jungle, fossil, rocket. Okay? And then it keeps going up, so you're talking, then you move into the Neo Legendary Collection. I mean, then it just starts going up. Neo sets just, and then the E series, right? So that's what it kind of is like. It's like a cup if you think about it. So that's my analogy that I came up with today. But so basically with jungle, like you can't really say all the sets, the artworks and the nostalgia, you can't change that in the set. But the only other thing is the supply. So like, never think because the jungle booster box is worth less than a Neo box or less than an E series box that it's less of a set, like a less like sought after set, or a less like artworks aren't as good or not as nostalgic. It's literally the supply that's driving a lot of it. But of course the artworks are really awesome. You can't deny like the Neo set artworks and the E series artworks, but just consider that's the one thing basically is going to be the supply. It's going to be the supply. And of course then the Charizard sets as well. Those are going to have like peaks as well, where if there's a Charizard in a set like Gym Challenge, it's going to be higher than Gym Heroes. It's a set that's definitely more sought after than Heroes because you got that Blaine's Charizard in it. But like, so from looking at jungle booster boxes, right now the cheapest one that is up on the market, that's Spanish, Portuguese, Dutch. The cheapest one right now is $10,750 or best offer. And then the rest of these are around 11,000, 14, and then some people have them up really high. But then if we go to the recently sold, we can actually just go to end it recently. And then 9,100 was the last one that sold on auction. That went a few days ago, 2 days ago. So around $9,000 is looking like with some maybe up to 10,000. That's around 8,800. So yeah, right now they're looking like they're about 9,000 on the market. But yeah, that's why. It's all the supply. It's all the supply. Okay. So hopefully that answered your question. Let's move on to the next question here. And guys, I am trying my best to get to as many questions as I can today for sure. But yeah, next question is from Dylan. The goal is to own a pack from every set. I like that goal. That's awesome. So the question is, I recently bought and opened 6 mystery power boxes and pulled 5 of those vintage packs. I have one leftover box that I weighed heavy, meaning that it is almost certainly contains a 6-pack in the box. Oh, Okay, I didn't even know that you can weigh mystery power boxes. That's interesting. Um, interesting. So, I'm sorry. Where am I at here? I remember last week you talked about how you mostly dislike these. But my question is, do you think these sealed box is almost guaranteed mystery vintage pack will become a sought after item? So yeah, I mean, so here's the thing. I hit on these last time too, but here's a picture of congrats on the Diamond and Pearl Stormfront booster pack. And then I guess did they throw these in as vintage as well, or something? I think they might just throw in the tops packs randomly. So here's the thing with these mystery power boxes. Um, basically, I like all your movie stubs, by the way. Basically, hoping somebody doesn't steal that code card. There's somebody right now that's zooming in on that code card, like, I got a free code card, nice. I think you definitely lost your code card, my friend. So sorry, Diamond and Pearl Stormfront. So this was my theory on these mystery boxes. I think what happened was this company came up with this next run of these mystery boxes. They priced these out in a way where they are going to make their profit off of no matter how many. So it's 1 in 5 packs. So we can see, like, it says on here, it's 1 in 5 packs right there. And it's vintage packs, and most people are getting those Stormfront back. So when they made these, hey, Kevin Hart, when they made these, they put these Stormfront packs in there, but they were a lot cheaper when they put these together. So you got to think they probably designed these, they came up with it, they got the stock. It could have been like a year ago. But what happened with the market with Stormfront, Stormfront 2, because Stormfront has that Charizard. I mean, you guys just saw us open it up on the channel the other day. The price on those kept going up, and then by the time they get these out to market, they realize they got a pack of cards that's like $60, $70 or whatever that they're going for Stormfront in the mystery boxes. So it makes it like if you hit the 1 in 5, I don't know what the mystery boxes go for. What were they, like $20 or something? 25. It's almost like a good come up if you got 2 of them that had the mystery packs or the vintage packs inside of them. But in terms of your question, are they going to become sought after? I mean, for Stormfront, it's a good. I mean, it makes sense. You know, they could be for the Stormfront packs because these are probably the most popular mystery boxes that we've seen in a long time that actually have a pack in it where you actually can come out ahead pretty high if you pull a Stormfront. But yeah, again, my thoughts on mystery boxes, I'm not really big in them with the third party company and things like that. But I know I've seen people pull stuff out of them. I've seen people open the packs and pull good stuff out of. So I mean, they could be be something that people want to purchase down the road because Stormfront packs, you know, less of them are becoming in existence. But yeah, congrats on that. I've never opened one of those before either, but I kind of been tempted to ever since seeing everybody pull those Stormfront packs. But yeah, so next question. $25 for one. And Richard, you got a vintage pack. Oh, it's cool. Yeah, I mean that's what I'm hearing. I feel like the pull rates that they say 1 in 5 are actually legitimate. That's another thing because it seems like there's a lot of people that get those vintage packs out of there. But yeah, so next question is from Jordan S. And this is a grading question. Hey, Rev. I was in your members stream last night and ended up getting a full art Mewtwo. Hey, dude. That's awesome. And a secret rare Fire Energy that I want to get graded. Oh, dude. I remember. Yep. I also pulled, because we pulled like 3 or 4 of those Fire Energies. I also pulled that shiny Zard from Hidden Fates that I still need to send off. So I was wondering the best and safest way to ship the cards to PSA. Thanks. I included the Zard to see if it's worth an 8. Ooh. Let's check out that shiny Charizard. There we go. And thanks for coming to kick it last night. I know it was a crazy one. But there's the front and the back. So let's zoom up a little bit on here. So it is a little bit hard to see when it's darker, a darker photo. But centering on this one, it's almost like we can't see the hollow pattern on it or anything like that. So it's kind of tough to see on this one, but it's looking clean on the front. It's looking clean on the back for sure. I like that you put a black background. That definitely helps a ton to see if there's any whitening, but I don't see any whitening. The back looks centered enough to be in the 10 parameter. The front is actually pretty solid. Top to bottom's off a little bit. It could get a 10. It actually could. I think you have a shot. I think you have a good shot on this one, depending on the surface, if that one's looking okay. But yeah, definitely good luck on that. And the best and safest way to pack and ship the PSA. So you could actually put it back inside of the card saver box so that they'll fit perfectly in there. So if you have card savers and you have the actual box, first obviously penny sleeve the card, put it in a card saver, and then you put it back in the card saver box and then put bubble wrap in the box to make up for the room in there. And the other thing is, on the outside of the packaging of the box that you're mailing, tape every single part of it so no water can get in, and bubble wrap it and everything, and you'll be good. You'll be good to go for sure. Yeah, most of the Zards are 9 to 10 tie, definitely. That's, when we were looking at the population report, it's like you have a higher chance of getting a 10 and a 9 than you are of getting an 8 or lower on these things. The quality was really good on those. All right, so let's see what the next question is. Oops, I'm hitting things. Oh, well, what's going on? The goal is to build a Pokemart business like Revs and building complete sets of all vintage expansions. The question is, I've been hanging on to some Hidden Fates tins, 2 cases of 12. Oh, that's awesome. So you got 24 tins from the last reprint. Considering that there's another reprint happening, do you think their value will drop similar to what happened to Ultra Prism? Should I sell them now or while it's still a premium, perhaps buy some new cases in September reprint? So, with Hidden Fates, I'm very bullish on them because it's, in my opinion, one of the greatest sets in modern Pokemon TCGs. Like, if I could think of the last 5 years of Pokemon cards, Hidden Fates for me is my favorite. It's the one that caused the biggest craze. It's the one that everyone's going and grabbing. It's the one with the most difficult pull rates, where you have to continuously open them up. It has all these factors working with it. Another one is you can't get booster boxes of these. So literally you have to buy a tin that only has 4 packs in it. So if you want to open up a booster box, you have to literally get like 8 tins? Something like that. I can't count. Yeah, I think it's like 8 tins or something. And that's how you get a booster box of Hidden Fates. And it's just like the craze to get that Charizard, shiny Charizard GX. There's so many factors that go into play with that one that I see the reprint as just another opportunity to be able to open up packs, grab packs. Like there might be a slight dip, but I think that's just going to be, everybody's going to be grabbing them. And the other thing is there's not enough supply. What's the other thing? There's never been enough supply of Hidden Fates, right? Like that's why they're doing a third reprint, because they're trying to catch some of the demand, but they can't. Because what happens is the first reprint gone, the second reprint it was gone, the third reprint I feel like it's gonna be the same thing. They're just gonna be gone, and people are still not gonna be able to get them as easily as they think they might be able to. So, my thinking is I'm not gonna say what exactly you should do or should not do, because nobody knows. You don't know what's inside the tins. You could open them up and have like 2 shiny Charizards in there, but definitely I would hang on to them. That's what I'm doing with a lot of my stuff. And then I'm just grabbing more of the reprint as an opportunity to be able to open up some more and hold on to some at the same time. But nobody knows the answer, but I'm sure there will be a slight dip. I'm expecting there to be a slight dip, but then, a lot of people will probably see it as an opportunity to grab them. But hopefully that answered your question. And then what's the best way to go about grading these days with the delays at PSA? Is it worth considering the use of a middleman grading service? Are there any you recommend? So you can go a bunch of different ways. You could grade cards yourself. You can go right on PSA or Beckett or whatever company you want to use and go just right on there and send them in and do it yourself. Or you can do a middleman service where they take care of all of everything else that has to do with it. But you can go either way. You really could go either way with it. There's not one right or wrong way. But in terms of middleman, there's a bunch. There's if you're in the UK, there's like the Graded Gem. There's TCA Gaming. If you're around here in the United States, there's also Ludkins. Those are probably like the top ones right that are out there that you can go with. And then there's a lot of people that just do their own grading services. But yeah, hopefully that answered your question. All right, next question. Let's see who we got. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. If you're enjoying this, make sure you smash that like button. It really helps out the channel. And the other thing is, if you share the video out, put a hashtag share in the chat. You can still do that now if you didn't already, and I'll read your chat during the live, and thank you for that. That's my share squad. I appreciate you guys out there sharing the videos. That helps a ton as well. You have no idea. Just sharing the video out via Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, anything like that. It really helps out. You'd be surprised what one share could do on a video. The question from Dorder is, just started collecting again with my fiance. We are about 5 to 6 booster boxes in, mostly evolutions and more modern sets. Wondering where to draw the line in terms of having cards graded. When does it become not worth the grading cost? Should we only send Mega EXs or better? Only send gold or rainbows? Or do we need to check on cards, card by card basis? Pictures of one of our evolutions hauls attached. Thanks. Hey, well, first off, congratulations on jumping back into Pokemon cards. And whoa, nice. Look at that, guys. That's a nice big haul of evolutions cards. You got the Charmander reverse, the Pikachu reverse, that Mew reverse. We got the Mega Charizard, the reverse Charizard. That's a nice one. The Dragonite. Brock. I feel like I saw these cards in my sleep last night. Like 100. I legitimately was like dreaming about these cards. That's how many we saw yesterday. Let me know if you guys did as well. But yeah, so I would honestly check it on a card-by-card basis for more of the modern stuff. Like the older stuff, Wizards of the Coast and EX stuff, you can grade a lot of it. But for this stuff, definitely popular Pokemon. So I'm going to assume something like a reverse Pikachu would be worth it. Charmander, Mew. The reverse Charizard's like $325 in a PSA 10. Dragonite Full Art, Brock's Grit, probably. Some of the secret rares from Modern, I'm not sure if they're worth it or not because they're not hollow and they're pretty easy to pull. But then also check the 9 grade price and then see if it's worth it to you. So even if you get a 9, it could be worth it on a lot of these too. So most of these cards, you know, you're going to be getting like 9 to 10s. You might get 8s once in a while, but probably not very often at all. But congrats on jumping back in. Hey, Nico with the share. I appreciate that. Thanks so much. Share squad. Hey, Jaden. I appreciate that sharing out to your friend. Sean Ryan, Toys and Games. Dude, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Gengar shared it. Oh, dude, thank you. Eric, Pokemon openings with the share. Jaden with the share. My share squad. You guys are awesome. I appreciate you so much. Ninja. Is it the real Ninja? No. But Ninja, thank you for the share. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. All right, so let's go to the next question that we have up here. Let's see what we got. So if you guys don't know, you can throw your questions in the link down below in the description. It's the first link there. You can throw in photos and everything like that. I'm going to try to get to as many as I can. So, next question we have is from Josh. Josh D. This is a grading question. The goal is to collect things from my childhood. The question is, I picked up the big 3 in base set unlimited for $300 Australian dollars a year ago. Wow. Are these worth grading, and what grade do you think they could get? They aren't in the best condition, so not sure what I should do with them. Cheers, bro. Love the channel. Hey, thank you so much for coming to kick it here and for the question. Congrats on picking up the big 3 for $300 Australian dollars a year ago. I'm sure they're definitely worth more than that now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull up. You had some photos on there, so I'm going to actually pull those up, and we can take a peek and see. But it looks like you got the OG. There he is, the beast. There's a Charizard there, but I definitely see for sure a lot of scratches on that one. But we're going to see what else. We have some more shots here of Mr. Charizard. We also have that one as well. The centering's looking pretty good on there that I see so far. This is a base unlimited Charizard. The back. Okay, but here's the thing, right? So here's the back. That one's pretty beat up. Hey, thanks. Oh, dude, you have no idea how helpful that is. Labeling it the Charizard for the back. There's so many times when I pull up cards and I have no idea if the back is for which card. You also have there's a bend right there, so if you guys can see that. It's like one big thing you want to look out for is the bends, because that's going to be a big drop in the grade. And then I can pull up one more. I'm trying to pull these up kind of slow because sometimes it messes up the the stream. But here we go. So we got a lot of whitening. I mean, this is going to be a pretty low grade. That back is pretty banged up and whitening on it. You might be looking at something like a PSA 4, you know, maybe something like that, maybe a 3 even on the Charizard. But so the other thing is, so you did say they're not in the best condition, and are they worth grading? So what we could do is we could pull up PSA 3 Charizard, or maybe like a PSA 4. That's just a guess. It's tough once you start getting to like PSA like 3, 4, 5. It's tough to say what the grade's going to come back. But the thing is, with Charizard, I wouldn't be surprised if this is still worth a couple $100. So yeah, like a 5 sold for $225 in a PSA 5. Really, at this point, any Charizard base unlimiteds are worth grading, no matter the grade, which is, it's pretty crazy, but that's what it is. A 3 sold for $130, so it only costs like $9 to grade it. So really, at this point, it's going to be worth grading all of those cards. And then we also have our Blastoise here as well. That one's pretty scratched up on the front there. And then we can also take a look at the back. Let's see. So yeah, the same thing. So I'm seeing most of these cards looking in there maybe like the 4 range or something like that. So with the Blastoise, all you have to do really is, once you know what the grade or what you think the grade might be, all you have to do really is just search and see what they've sold for in that grade ballpark. But like, it's tough for Blastoise. It may be a little bit more difficult to find lower grades. But a 5 sold for $65. It's hard to find those lower grades like that. So maybe a 4 is worth like $50. But this was back in June, so it could be around that ballpark. So it's still worth grading all of them, really. But yeah, that's still a solid pickup there for original base set cards. So hopefully that helped you out a bit. All right, so let's see what the next question is. We have a question from Ashlyn. It's a buying and selling question. And the question is, do you think the Hidden Fates set will ever go down? And where can I find some Hidden Fates Steel product to buy? Yeah, so Hidden Fates, like I mentioned earlier, it might be a somewhat of a dip when the reprint comes out, but I'm assuming that's people are just going to snatch them up when they dip down like that. And where can you find some Hidden Fates Steel product to buy? So, you know what? You can definitely check on eBay. But once the reprint comes out, that's when you can get... I would wait for the reprint to maybe snatch up some, but they're still going to be tough to find. I'm assuming people are going to buy them out like crazy. But, you know, Walmart, Target, all those places, but you're going to have to wait until the reprint comes out in like a month and a half or so for that. But hopefully that helped you out. All right, next question is going to be from Julian. Julian S., what's going on? Thank you for joining up here and for hanging. Got a Dark Charizard. I feel like I saw you first here. So that's how long that's how quick people are to put their questions in. Got a Dark Charizard Unlimited from Team Rocket and a Shining Mew from Shining Legends for you to take a look at. What an awesome stream yesterday. We had a blast. Thank you for the pulls and everything you do. Hey, Julian, thank you so much. I truly appreciate the support. I love seeing you here, and I'm happy to have you here in the community and to be a part of the Poke Cave. I really love seeing familiar faces here, guys. It really makes my day to see we're on a first name basis with everybody, which is the coolest thing ever, I think. So here we go. Julian's Charizard. That is awesome. So the Charizard from Rocket, centering on it is pretty nice. It's a little bit off left to right, but then we also have the back of it as well. So as you can see on the back, we have some whitening. We have some on the top there, some on the corners, right there, all around that, the edges on there. So the back has it. The front, I can't really see the hollow because Dark Charizard is already kind of difficult to see. So I'm not sure if there are scratches. I'm pretty sure these scratches right here are all in the case. So there could be some scratches on the hollow on that one. This one's pretty solid though. You might be looking at something like, you might even be able to pull an 8 out of this. Maybe like a 7 or an 8 would be my guess on that one. And then you have that Shining Mew from Shining Legends, which I really want to get this card eventually. But this one looks clean. It looks like you maybe you pulled it. The centering is it's a little bit off, but I think it still could be in the 10 parameters there. But it might be something like a 9 just looking at the front of it. I'm assuming this one's going to have a better condition back. Yeah, so pretty nice. There's a little bit. That might be a glare. But it looks pretty clean. But you're looking at something like a 9. You might even have a shot at a 10. I think this Shining Mew is worth over $200 in a PSA 10. The Dark Charizard for sure would definitely be worth grading 100% without a doubt. Maybe you're looking at something like a 7 or 8 on that one. But I hope that helped. And good luck with the grades. Report back, guys, if you when you send your cards out and stuff. Love seeing people's grades. I love seeing some stuff too. If you guys don't have questions, I was thinking of doing a separate live for this, but you know what I'll do? For the next stream, I might add an option in if you just want to show us a couple other things I was interested in hearing people's stories, like about things that maybe they picked up or like crazy finds or like stuff like interesting stuff like that. So I was thinking of doing maybe a separate live for that, but I might just throw it in as another option under the question category, and or just maybe like a cool story, like maybe you pulled a Charizard, it came back a PSA 10, or like just like cool, like interesting stuff like that. But I'll have to figure that one out a little bit and see what we can do for that. But hopefully you guys are having a good time hanging out here in the Poke Cave. We had a late start, but we had a late night. We had a late night last night. Pack Fresh just drilling for that Mew. Yeah, awesome. It's like a 9 or 10 shot for sure. All right. This the next question. Let's see what we got. Yeah, Mike, so probably like probably next week for if you just answered your question right now. So I'd probably send it back in tomorrow, or not tomorrow, next week's. I usually like to start at the beginning of when the questions come in for the next stream for the people that get there early. That's usually how it works. I usually don't continue the questions from the previous week. Okay, so let's see. We have Mitch. This is a collecting question. The question is, hey, PokeRev, I bought a base set unlimited blister pack from eBay, but wanted your advice on whether it appears authentic. The areas where I am most concerned is where it says TCG in red, but it's quite blurry. And the 11 additional cards text at the bottom is more bold than the other 2 base set packs I own. Let me know if you think this is real or if I should return them. Thanks a ton, Mitch. All right, so check this out. We have some base set booster packs that we're going to throw up here on the screen. So I do get this question not super often, but once in a while, where people see the packs and first thing they see is like the text looks blurry or something that it doesn't look the same. But here's the thing, right? With base set unlimited, I think they printed it something like 7 times, I'm going to say. I forget the exact number. But every time they printed these, there was a little difference. There's little like things that were different on the packs. So if we take a look at this up close for blister packs, one thing you want to look at is you want to make sure that none of this around here looks like it's been teared off. You don't see like glue. You don't see like excessive stuff, because with these blister packs, they actually have a tendency to come, they like fall apart. This plastic part, the glue over the years just kind of falls off. Sometimes they fall off really clean. Sometimes people they'll pull it off and you'll see like where it was. But this looks really clean. I don't see any sort of glue residue. You want to look at it and you want to make sure it looks clean. So you have that going for you. But now the other question is like, you're questioning right here. I know exactly what you're talking about. I'll zoom in on that. So we can see right here, trading card game. The first thing you guys can see is that it looks blurry. So this was common in some of the print runs of Base Unlimited and some other sets like Legendary Collection. It's really notorious, but it didn't line up perfectly with the text to the ink. So as you can see, that's off. This all looks on, but it's mostly right here it's off. And this is off a little bit too on Pokemon. You can see it's like shifted a little bit. That's fine though, because that's a print run of these where that actually happened. And next, thank you for the high. I just want to say thank you for the high quality photos. The higher the quality, the better. This really helps out, so I can zoom in and show everybody. But yeah, that 11 additional card games, it's fine. You're good there. To me, this looks good. This is really clean. It's a mint thing. It doesn't look like there's anything that's been tampered with. Although you can't really with blisters, you can't be 100%. But to me, it looks really good. It looks like it came out of a case and it was just taken really well care of. But you don't have anything to worry about that. So check this out. So here's one of my base packs that I have, and this is from a box that I opened up. But I have different ones. I don't know where they are right now. But like, if you look at this one, you can see that it doesn't look like the text is shifted on that one, because that was just one of the other print runs of base. So they have one. There's like 7 different runs of base unlimited, but this one is more on point than that one. But that one is still fine because I've opened boxes where they're like that plenty of times. But yeah, so hopefully that helped you out with your question. But yeah, so you're good to go with that one. You're good to go. Weird flex with the base. Weird flex, Rev. Yeah. There's a base unlimited pack right there. All right, so we're going to move on to the next question. All right, let's see what we got here. Let's see what we got. Jonathan, this is a grading question. The goal is collecting and investing. Hey there, huge fan with all the backlog of turnaround times at PSA and BGS. I'm highly considering sending over some valuable cards to CGC. When do you think the Pokemon market will start to accept these cards to the same standard as PSA and BGS? And will they ever hold the same value? Thank you. So there's another is a new grading company on the market. And you know, right now I haven't really seen any of them sold yet, but I've seen a couple people list a bunch of them up. It's a toss up. It's really tough to say because what happens is so many people get either PSA cards, mostly PSA cards. Beckett's catching on more and more each day. But so what happens is I feel like most people they kind of tend to stick to whatever they have in their collection. So like for me, I have mostly PSA cards. So for me, I don't know. I feel like just sticking with the same grading company for most of my collection. It's tough to say though because a lot of people want to see the quality first of how they grade the grading standards. So I think first they have to make sure that their standards are good, that everything is looking good, and then maybe they can start catching some traction. The advantage they have, their turnaround times are really fast. So that's one thing. If you want your cards, like you said, the turnaround times at PSA and Beckett are just like terrible. But if you go with this new company, they're not really a new company at all. They've actually been around for a long time. They grade coins, comic books. They're like the leaders in those categories. So they know what they're doing. But it's just tough because they're just jumping in and people have to know the quality is good, that their grading standards are good and everything to accept it. Then people have to actually want to go ahead and switch over and buy those cards. It's really tough. Because I've been considering sending some cards with them as well, just because, like you said, the turnaround times are really good. But the thing is, are people actually going to purchase the cards if you're looking to sell them? I haven't really seen any of them sell yet on eBay. But they have that. They have the turnaround times are good, and then they're grading cards that PSA and Beckett wouldn't touch. Certain types of like weird like error cards and misprint cards and stuff like that, where PSA wouldn't touch them. This company is. And they have a couple cool things that they do as well, like where the card originated from. They can have that on the back of the actual case. I probably will try them out just to try them out and just be like, I tried them out. And then I don't know if I'd ever really use them. It depends. But, I mean, it's an uphill battle right now. It's like a really tough battle to be able to take over the market. It's tough. We'll just have to wait and see what happens, I guess. That's all we can really do. Next question is from Ravdeep. Hey Rev, just wanted to say that I love you and your videos. By the way, I recently bought a base booster box and discovered something really weird on the bottom right corner of the packs. Could you please tell me what they mean? Okay, so I'm going to pull up some photos here and see. Oh my gosh. Okay, so this is crazy. So you open this up and you found these. Wow. All right. This is a big one, ladies and gentlemen. If you guys don't know, I can't zoom in on this though. If you guys don't know, these are Black Triangle Error Packs. So check it out. Congratulations on that huge find, Rav, because those are extremely rare and extremely valuable. Those are Black Triangle Error Packs. So for those of you guys, I guess I gotta flex again. This is what a normal base set pack looks like. And then right here on the bottom of this pack, they accidentally had the first edition stamps there. And they left them on there, so they had to cover them up really quickly. So there was a really quick run of base where they implemented these black triangles that cover up the first edition stamp so that they could sell them as base unlimited packs. And opening a box of these is really difficult. So if you actually go on eBay, I'll pull these up. Black Triangle Pack. Okay. So check this out. Black Triangle Packs. So if we go here, we can see what's listed, what's sold. I mean, let's just go to sold. So here's some that sold recently for $350 to $400. That seems pretty low for those. You have graded one, a Charizard and a 10 sold for $1,500. $1,300 for a full set. So it actually came down a little bit in price from what I recall. $600. So yeah, they're like, I mean, they're valuable, they're rare, and they're really hard to find. So congratulations on that, Black Triangle Error Packs. Let's check that out one more time. How cool is that? Boom! That's an awesome find. That's crazy. So, pretty cool. Pretty cool. All right, so guys, let's move on to the next question here. Let's move on to the next question. Congrats on that again. Next question is from Freezy. The goal is to have every card from Evolution set non-holo / reverse holo. Let's see. The question. Sorry if I'm a little if I'm a little sluggish today, guys. Again, if you missed it, last night streamed for a 9-hour stream of 1,300 packs. So make sure you check out that video if you missed it. I'm still recovering from that one. So I'm a little sluggish today. The question is, what do you think about the card? What happened to it? And there's a picture of a card I'm gonna pull up here. Oh, okay. So check this out. So here we go. That's the normal one, and here's another one that's wow. Okay. So the only thing in the questions just says, what do you think about this card and what happened to it? I don't know. It could have got sun faded. That would be my guess. That would be, but still, it would be. I feel like it would be more yellowish too. I don't know. You guys want to chime in on this? What do you think happened to this card? Or somebody put some sort of like substance on it and rubbed it on there to like get rid of the color. I don't know. I'm not too sure. But here's like a normal Marshadow from that set, and then here's the one that's like half of the card is just like white. Interesting. What do you guys think of that? Pretty crazy, actually. All right, so the next question is going to be from, you guys let me know too. I'll jump in the chat. I'm on a 15-second delay, but you guys let me know. Sun faded, Hyper says, or ink, light damage, ink might be low, water damage, ink low, low ink, toner ran out, sun faded. Yeah, something like that. I don't know. Let's go. That's all good guesses. It could be. The only thing I'm questioning about the sun fading is the yellow is like completely gone. Like I feel like there would still be some color from sun fading. It'd just be way lighter, not white. I'm not sure. Somebody said use some sort of substance. Yeah, I don't know. Printer error. Somebody said printer. It could be a printer error. That's another call. Good call on it. All right, but the next question anyway, I guess we'll never know. Or maybe we'll know one day. This is a buying and selling question from Jake M. And I'm buying vintage packs and just bought this EX Hidden Legends packs from eBay for a way lower price than most that were on there. I am nervous it might be a fake. All right, let's pull it up and let's check it out together. Let's see what we got. So Hidden Legends pack was cheap on eBay. So let's switch back over here. All right, so looking at the card, some of the things you want to look for are the crimps. You want to make sure the crimps. So I don't have this card in front of this pack in front of me. So make sure you feel the crimps and you can feel them all there. Make sure they're not flat or smooth because people can reseal packs and with heat and stuff, but it gets rid of the crimps. So make sure you can still feel those crimps, that they're still there. I'm not going to pull my booster pack up again because then you guys are going to say that I'm flexing again. I gotta make sure I don't show the base limited pack too much, but that's something to look out for. It's tough with loose packs. Make sure you know the seller that you got it from. But looking at the photos, it looks okay to me. It's tough though. You really can't be 100% on some of these things. Crimps look okay. I'm seeing like scratches on the pack, which is actually good because it looks like it's been around. It's like it wasn't just like randomly like created, you know what I'm saying, or like manufactured recently. It looks good to me from the outside. The only question is if it's fully factory sealed or not, which is tough to say just from a photo. I think you're okay, but I can't be 100% sure with you on that one. But the other thing is always make sure you know the seller, which is kind of tough sometimes. But that's something you can do and just look out for those different things. Make sure the colors are on point. The colors look fine to me. It's just a matter of if it's a factory sealed pack or not. Check the seller's feedback. See if other things they've sold. See what, worst case, it's a Wade pack. Well, not worst case. Best, I guess, second to worst case is a Wade pack. Worst case, it's a resealed pack, I would say. I don't see it being a fake pack, though. But let's see. Did I show you? I don't even know if I had the screen on, guys. I apologize. But yeah, there's the pack if you didn't see it. I think I might have showed it. But that was the pack. All right, so let's see what the next question is going to be. This is from Jeremy S. This is a buying and selling question. The goal is to find and buy booster cases. Hey, PokeRev. I love the channel. My question is, where should I look to purchase booster cases? I'm starting to get into buying and selling, but I can't really find anything credible. So yeah, I mean, eBay, right, is one of the main places you can look for cases, booster cases. Now, it depends on what exactly sets you're looking for, but what you can do is Pokemon booster box case on eBay, and you could do this, and you can pull it up, and you could kind of look through and see some of the things that they have on here on eBay. So Sun and Moon base set case, Sun City Games factory sealed for $1,000. Really just put the word case in on eBay. Burning Shadows, $1,400. So there's a lot on eBay, right? You can find. So this is a card store, it looks like, in Texas. Maybe even if you guys are, if anybody's in Texas, maybe worth a shot to swing by here, hit them up. Maybe they have other things. Sometimes I like to look in the pictures and see if I see anything in the background. Like, check that out. Team Up. Can I zoom in? No. See that up there? Team Up 16 blister packs. Burning Shadows 24 booster packs. There's ETBs in the background. Sun and Moon based. I'm seeing Unified Minds back there. Like you could do that. So like if you see like some of these ETBs might be hard to find, you can call them up. You can message them. If you're in Texas, El Paso, Texas, go in there, say what's up, say PokeRev sent me, say PokeRev saw something in the picture, in the background. But yeah, so you could do that. Like you can go on eBay and just put the word case in. Like DA Card World has some on here too, but you can also actually check out DA Card World, their website. Like you can go on here as well. You can go to Pokemon, go to booster boxes, and maybe do like high to low price. And you can see booster cases. They've had this case of Fossil on here for a while. It's a case, six booster boxes, but yeah, pretty pricey. Sun and Moon case for 600, 589. Sword and Shield Rebel Clash case. Those are all on here as well. So there's like different stores you could search for Pokemon. You can also do like what I said earlier, just go on Google and just put Pokemon booster box case and just search that way. There's no one-stop shop, but there's definitely places you can always check out. Hopefully that helped you out a little bit there with your question. But yeah, Pokemon Jose, I want to welcome you to the PokeCave membership. Thank you so much for joining up. Make sure you check out the community tab or the community page on the channel. There will be information on there so you can get into the members exclusive opening. That's once a month. I'm going to announce the next one tomorrow, so stay tuned on the community page for more information on that. But yeah, I want to welcome you, and I appreciate you joining up for that. And Lewis with the super chat. Hey there, I'm a Yu-Gi-Oh player, and I'm here to send greetings and love from the Yu-Gi-Oh community. I do love your content. Stay safe. Hey, thank you so much. Shout out from the Yu-Gi-Oh community. And you're a player. That's awesome. So I hope you're having a good time playing the game and staying safe. Like, I don't know if there's tournaments going on or anything lately, but I hope you're having a good time with it. And thanks for jumping in here to the Pokemon community. It's all love, Poke positivity, and we got Yugi positivity as well. So I appreciate that. Thanks so much for coming to kick it here for a bit. So yeah, they're overpriced compared to eBay. So yeah, there's different, and you want to price check. So like, so make sure if you see a case of stuff, check other places to price check and everything like that. But let's move on to the next question. All right, let's see what we got here. From Falcor. The goal is to collect PSA graded cards from Diamond and Pearl and Heart Gold Soul Silver era. The question is, due to living in the UK, we have limited cards available over here and in Europe in general from that era, which are graded or outstanding quality. They seem to be plentiful in the USA, but only problem is that I end up paying twice the price due to import tax and postage. Would it be better just to wait for cards over here or bite the bullet and pay the extra fees to import the cards? And then this is actually a photo here of some of the cards that you're looking for. Ooh, that's a beautiful card. That's a nice photo too. Really bright. 2010 Meganium from Heart Gold Soul Silver. So you're looking for stuff from Heart Gold Soul Silver. You're looking for stuff for Diamond and Pearl, and it's tough to find out there in Europe. And it's easier to find here in the United States for sure. You want to know if you should wait around for them to come up in your country so you don't have to pay the import taxes and fees on it, or bite the bullet and just go in and start buying them and getting them imported and paying those fees. So the one thing you want to think about too about this is, in general, those eras of cards are only getting more expensive as time goes on. So it's a toss up, right? It's like, do you wait it out? But then by the time you wait it out, the cards that you could have purchased months before are already going for so much more in the UK. The other thing to think about is a lot of times when stuff does get over to your marketplace, the price is already up higher, like 20%, 25% compared to the US market, because somebody else had to import it themselves, and then they want to get a premium on top of that. I would probably just start going in on it and getting it now while it's before it progresses higher in price. But the other thing you do want to think about also is if you are buying graded cards. Right now PSA is backlogged like crazy. Beckett is backlogged like crazy. So we're probably going to see a time when more PSA cards hit the market once PSA starts getting caught up. Once Beckett starts getting more caught up, and then there might be a higher supply. So it's a toss-up. My general thinking is what I've always done is just going in sooner than later, and it's been consistent with everything across the board with Pokemon. The sooner you get the stuff, for the most part, usually the better off you are from price increases down the line. So yeah, let's move on to the next question. Hopefully that helped you out a bit there. some of these questions, you know, there's not like a one specific answer, but I do like to put my input in. And guys, you as well in the live stream, in the chat, I'm seeing you guys talk in there and talk about your opinions on it. So like, if you guys have anything to throw in, you can definitely throw it in and let everybody know what you guys think as well, because this is a community and this is a place where everybody can help each other out. Again, it's a Poke positive place, and we're here to help one another out. And that's what it is, because everybody has different experiences. It's like in Pokemon, right? You're building your Pokemon up, you're getting experience points, you're getting your badges, you're moving and progressing in the world of Pokemon. But there's people that are just joining up right now. They're at that first screen when you're putting in your name, and you're like, you don't have your first Pokemon yet, but like, we're here to help out those people as well, and vice versa. Like, people have different experience points and levels. But next question is going to be from Devin. This is a grading question. The goal is to catch them all. I love it. Hey, PokeRev, nice stream yesterday. Stamina over 9,000. Hey, I appreciate that. That was, I'm still feeling it. I'm feeling it in my back, my fingers. I have like calluses on my finger and everything like that, and I'm still feeling it. I'm still feeling a little sluggish today, but I sent you a message last week in regards to a large Wizard of the Coast collection and what to do with them. All around PSA 5s to 8s. I have narrowed down my entire collection to the best of the best and am planning to send them to PSA. I have 2 pack fresh Charizards from Evolutions, as well as a first edition Dragonite from Fossil. Ooh, I want to see that. I have 3 pictures attached. If you can give me your best opinion on what these would grade, I would really appreciate it. Do your best. I know you can't see the hollows closed. Charizards are pack fresh, and Dragonite has 1 small mark on the hollow. Ooh, let's see what we got here. Wow, that is awesome. All right, so let's see what we got. We have all of those cards. We got the Dragonite. Here's like the Dragonite and the Charizards that we can get a close look up of, and then we can check out. And sorry I missed I've been missing. I'm like 2 weeks backed up on emails, so I apologize. But this is the best place to ask your questions for sure, without a doubt here. So first off, we're seeing a lot of really nice cards. We got a lot of Shining Legends. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just show you guys an overview of like all the cards. To start off here, here's our evolutions that I was having dreams about last night. The Dragonite, the Mewtwo Full Arts, Brock's Grit. I'm seeing these in my sleep right now. Charizard Spirit Links. All of those are awesome. I'm sure most of those are pack fresh, so all those are probably good to go. The Shinings, the Shining Mew, the Mewtwo GX Secret Rare, that one, the Shining Genesect, Shining Rayquaza, all awesome. Got your birds from Hidden Fates, so those are all really nice. And then we move up here, we got some Shinings, Shining Rayquaza GX, a bunch of other stuff. And then at the top here is our Wizards of the Coast era, as well as our Evolutions Charizard hits. So those are all looking pretty nice. But now we move into these. So you mentioned that they're pack fresh, as well as the first edition Dragonite. So I'm assuming maybe you pulled that Dragonite, which is awesome. But the Charizards, the fronts are looking really nice. I mean, their centering is like really, really good on these. And again, like you mentioned, we can't see the hollow, but we're going to do our best here to try to help you out. The Dragonite, you mentioned that there is a Dragonite that has a small mark on the hollow. So most of the times when you have a print line or a scratch on the hollow, it's going to dock it to a 9. There's some instances when it can get through, but it's really tough. It really depends on the grader, how noticeable it is, how much it affects the overall eye appeal on the card. So that is, and then we look at the back here of the Dragonite. So, okay, we're actually, I can't zoom in like that. Let me see here. So I can see on the bottom there, this whitening. It's tough to see that on the edges there, on the corners. So you might be in like the 7 to 8 ballpark on the Dragonite because of all that whitening. Hopefully you guys can see that. I can't zoom in on those because it's down there on the bottom. But then the Evolutions Charizard, I'm assuming, is on the top there. It's a little bit difficult because there are glares with the penny sleeves, but I do understand trying to keep the cards protected. But I think I'm seeing whitening on these and like the cut line here where they cut the card. I think, unless it's a glare. So you might be like in the 9 ballpark on the Evolutions Charizards, and then the Dragonite. As long as those aren't glares and it's actually whitening, you might be in like maybe like the 6 7, maybe like 8ish, 7, 8ish on the Dragonite. But either way, totally worth grading all of these cards in those ranges, as well as all these other awesome cards. And I don't know if you have another photo. That was one from before. But yeah, overall, really nice collection of cards you have there. Make sure if you're grading them, send them in card savers, not in top loaders. Top loaders, the cards can fall out really easily in transit. So be careful with that. But yeah, awesome collection, awesome cards. Thank you so much, as always, for being here, and as well as checking out the stream from yesterday, the one that I'm still recovering from it. Hope you guys are having a good time here in the chat. And yeah, let's see what else we have in the Q&A. Let's see what our next question is. This is a grading question also. It's from Basie. Thank you so much for being here, Basie, as always. Awesome seeing you here. Ooh, that's actually really cool. So let's check this out. I'm going to pull this up on the screen. It looks like we got a... Oh, this is cool. Okay, this is actually cool. So I don't know if you're aware of like the OC thing. Now, we did talk about it yesterday, Basie. And I think this is Basie's... Oh, is it Basie's Kitchen? I think is your name. But... So check it out. Well, you can grade it and hold on to it, but I would grade this because you're going to get, like, check this out. This is cool. Like, I love this kind of stuff, right? So this is, oh, there we go. This is for sure going to get the OC grade. And you might even get, like, the miscut on it, because this is actually, like, into the miscut range here, because you actually could see on the bottom, there's, like, a little dot. That's where they line it up so they could see where to cut it and everything, that little dot there. So you actually got that on the card. The whole card, you basically don't have a border here. You have a tiny hair of a border right there. The front is really off-center. Guys, let me know in the chat. Hashtag me if you're into off-center cards, like or if you're into them and you think they're cool. Because I know a lot of people do think they're awesome. But then there's a lot of people that, well, maybe not a lot, but then there's some people that don't like them. I personally love them. I love OC cards and miscut cards. At first, I didn't really understand them, but when I started getting more into collecting, I like really thought they were cool. But this is like way off. Like that, there's no border on the front there. This is 100% OC card. It'd be a crime if PSA didn't grade this. But you could grade it, and you could hang on to it. You could just keep it ungraded. It's whatever you want to do. But if you do grade this and it gets that OC grade, if you're worried about like value-wise, most of the time it'll bump it up in value. But either way, when it's so obvious that it's OC, it'll probably hold the same value ungraded. Because this is an obvious OC. But like, here's the line on the front, if you guys are curious, or like the dot. Oh, we got a lot of hashtag me's in the chat. Some people aren't into them, which that's totally respectable. Yeah, so it's like some people like them, some people don't like them. But it's really like, that's what it is with Pokemon cards. There's no right or wrong thing. Like, if you don't like these, that's totally fine. Like, you don't have to like these. If you like them, like, that's also totally fine as well, right? So that's the thing with collecting. It's definitely what you like and what you want to do. That's why I always tell people, don't ever feel like you have to collect certain things. Like, if you like this kind of stuff, there's people that will literally just collect the miscut cards, you know? And that's totally cool. You can do that. That's the thing with collecting Pokemon cards. So guys, let's switch up things a little bit. What I'm going to do now is I'm actually going to jump back onto eBay. And what we're going to do is we're just going to type the word Pokemon in, and we're going to go to new listings, and we're going to see what comes up under new listings here, and kind of get an idea of what's going on with the market and things that we might be missing right now during this live. Like I always say, there's always opportunities happening right now with Pokemon. And all you have to do is type in Pokemon. For those who don't know, go on eBay, type in Pokemon, go to all categories. Okay. Then type here and go to newly listed. So these are the new listings. This is the best way to find good deals, is to get new listings. That sometimes you get stuff that comes up that's under market, or just stuff that's hard to find, and you can grab them. So we're already seeing Darkness Ablaze stuff get popped up on here. This is the Scent Scorch 34 to 189 that I pulled like 3 times when we opened Darkness Ablaze up the other day. So we're seeing Darkness Ablaze stuff hitting the market. There's our Alolan Muck that we got in Burning Shadows like 50 times the other day as well. But what really we're doing is we're just scrolling through here, and we're seeing if anything catches our eye. These are all new listed. All right, so this caught my eye. This is an Ampharos from Neo Revelation, Unlimited. This is a very difficult card to get in a PSA 10. So what we're going to do is check it out. And it looks pretty good. There's maybe like a dot right there. It's hard to tell because the photo's kind of dark and it's on a white background. But like, okay, but then there's scratch. Like you can see, here's all the print lines. This is why this card is so difficult to grade. So there's like a ton actually on here. You can see them everywhere. So that would probably drop it right down to an 8 automatically. But this is like something where you could bid on it. You can try your luck. And it looks like this is a seller with only 6 feedback. So then this is what happens. This is the other thing you can do. You can click on their name because they're putting up Wizard of the Coast cards. They have low feedback, so they might just have found these randomly. And they might actually put stuff up that might be, you know, it might be a deal. You don't know. Like Legendary Collection Reverse cards. Whoa, there's a Typhlosion, number 18. It's not the T17, but it's 18, but it's unlimited too. That's so they're taking their photos. You know, they might not be the best at taking photos of these. But there's some nice stuff on here, but they're all on auction. Actually, some of them do have the best offer options, so you guys could check this person out right now and start putting offers in. You might be surprised what they'll accept. Yeah, it looks like people are already doing that. These are all from yesterday. Some cards going for probably pretty good prices here. It just depends on the condition. But I'm assuming you might be able to get good deals from that person. So keep an eye on that. Majo2462 if you guys are curious. If you want to check it out. You can do this with me during the stream right now. Mystery boxes. We got Pokemon VHS Animation Action Adventure. The VHS. So just scrolling through here. Here's that Turbo Patch from Darkness Ablaze. That's a cool one. I think I hit that the other day. I think I have that card. I think I pulled that. Are these wipes? 80 sheets of Pokemon water wet tissues. Pikachu wipes. You'll find the craziest things with Pokemon. I'm telling you guys, if you do this, you'll find some crazy things that you never knew existed. At least like I probably like once a day I'll find something that I never knew existed. But and then like 5% of the time I'll just buy it because I think it's cool and it's random. You guys will see my buy videos where I literally just buy the most random things because I just see it and I'm like, oh, that exists. I think I'll buy it. So we're scrolling through here. So once I do that, and then what I do is you can actually reload it. What you want to do is if you're on PC, hit F5. That'll hard refresh it so you get like the most up-to-date results. So these are like brand spanking new listings. And we just scroll and we see if anything catches our eye. Got the face mask, the Pokemon face mask. Those are cool. Mr. Mime, Funko Pop. So nothing too crazy. So then the next thing I normally do, got a Shining Legends tin collection box. Hidden Fates dual pack. I didn't know these existed. This is from that third-party company that makes the mystery boxes. But I didn't realize they have the ones with Burning Shadows and Hidden Fates. That's interesting. So really we just scroll through here and we see if we find anything. But then what happens is if I don't see anything too crazy, I'll go to sold. You can click that and you can see the sold listings that just ended. Then what you do is you pull the listings that were newly listed that sold. So if they still have the new listing in the title, that means that somebody grabbed it right away, right? So like check this out. This is a new listing and you could see, there we go. So we scroll through there's the video games, a first edition Magnemite. So this might be from that seller that we were just looking at. No, it's not. So this is a first edition Magnemite that sold right away because somebody probably needed it and maybe it was a good price. And they're new listings, so you kind of see what, yeah, like all these Neo cards, they're probably all near mint to mint in the title and people just bought them right away. And we look through and we see like the things that sold right away. Build-A-Bear Flareon with stand. Shining Scizor GX. Japanese CD promo sold for 300 best offer. Wow. Okay, so we just missed this one. This was a little bit earlier. And Neo Destiny first edition Shining Charizard near mint sold for $1,500. That was a new listing. So check this out. This is a big one. Let's see. $1,500. Not bad. Not bad. Not much whitening on it. Could be like an 8 or so. Maybe even a 9 if you got lucky. So that sold right away. Yeah, so that's what you can do. And then the other thing I like to do too is, and then I also like to go through here and check out the big hitters. So I'll put in maybe like anything over like $400, and we'll just see like some big ticket items that might have sold recently, to get an idea of like some of the things that have sold here. Let's go to new listings. Newly listed. And then these are like some of the higher priced items. There's a Skyridge reverse Charizard that is listed for 700 best offer. They're saying that it is in near mint. And this is happening right now. So this has 38 views an hour already, but it's probably only been up like a couple minutes. Charizard reverse from Skyridge in near mint condition. It's got some edge wear. Not a 10. Not a 10. Maybe a 9. Might be like a 9. It looks really clean. Maybe an 8 or a 9. So yeah, that's, man. Oh no, well the front's pretty scratched. So definitely probably like an 8 at the most on that one. But that's like some of the stuff that you guys, while you're watching this, a lot of people have been doing is, here's something else too. This was listed. This is a first edition fossil booster box. So they have it up at $4,000 on auction. So a lot of times I notice the booster boxes will go for pretty good prices at auction if you're trying to grab them. Maybe keep your eyes on this one. First edition fossil. There's already a bunch of people watching that one. Ooh, this is cool. $475 or best offer. Pikachu 10th anniversary red staff jacket, men's medium. Fits big. 2006. So the 2006 anniversary. This is like a jacket for the staff. I'm not sure what event this was, but like it has the Pokemon staff on the back. Asburn Sportswear. This is like the kind of stuff that's like really cool that comes up that's really unique. So you had to be a staff member to get this jacket for the 10th anniversary. Like that is a while ago, 2006. That is cool. The back has the Pikachu on there. Really unique stuff that it's like you either get it or you don't get it because it's hard to find. But that's really cool. That was listed at $475 or best offer. And just really like that's kind of I'll usually do that like once a day just to see what's going on when I can or when I have time. But yeah, then oh wow, okay. Whoa, I didn't even realize these were already jumping on eBay. All right, this is big. Here's the Japanese Charizard trophy cards. If you guys know, in Japan they have the tournament going on. There's going to be, I believe, 2,400 of these Charizard full art promos, and this is actually the first time I'm seeing a real one, not just the photo of it, from like what they were showing on the websites that announced it. But this is actually one of the trophy competition battle winners right here. That's the card that we're gonna get in the Elite Trainer boxes from Champions Path in about 2 months from now. So this is that card. It's up for almost $1,900, roughly $1,900 there. And then here's the big one. This is the one of, I believe they bumped it to 1,200 copies for that one. I don't know if they have it on here. So this is one of the bigger winners. They had this card up for $9,000 or best offer. That's crazy. So, wow. $9,000 or best offer, but there it is. I'll give you guys a close up. That's the actual trophy card of the Charizard. And you see it has the promo on the bottom there. It's in Japanese. One of 1,200, I believe. It was supposed to be 600 and they changed it to 1,200, I think. But like $9,000 or best offer. Now I want to see if any of these sold. Charizard, I don't even know what to type in for this. I guess VMAX. I might miss some. It depends on how they list these. Charizard VMAX. Maybe we'll go to like highest priced. And put that as one word, VMAX. So 9,000. The competition battle. There's also the starter deck We don't want to see. We don't want the. I'm trying to see what people would put it as. I guess competition. Competition. I guess that's the only one that put the word competition, and maybe that's. Oh wow. Okay, guys, I did not realize this was happening. I totally missed this from last week. But these have already sold for $9 grand. Wow. Did you guys know this? I totally was not paying attention to this, but these have already been selling. This one sold for apparently for $9,000. Wow. Yep, it's got the promo at the bottom there. 104. 9,000. What do you guys think of that? The trophy card Charizard. Yep, right from Japan. One of the winners. $9 grand. And then this one also sold for about $9,000. I did not even realize these were already selling. So guys, the most expensive modern day Charizard, I mean, is right here. It's got to be this. It's got to be. $9 grand. So there's another one that's up right now for 9,000. And I want, what did they put in the title for these ones? Competition, maybe battle, in case they didn't put competition. Battle. Wow. And I wonder what the V, maybe the V also sold as well. 2,500 best offer, 2,400, 2,300, 2,300. So, all right, it looks like the market on these are about a little over $2,000 for the Charizard V, and then apparently 9,000 for the V Max. So we should be getting, we're getting this one in the Elite Trainer boxes in English, but of course it's not that actual limited trophy version of it. It's a different English version. So there's always going to be people that are going to pay a lot more for these trophy versions of the card because it's an actual trophy card. And then apparently the market value for the V Max is $9,000, which that's what it is right now. But you're seeing a lot more of the regular V ones pop up because there's a bunch. There should be at least double the amount of those ones in existence than the V Max. Let me see what you guys are saying in the chat right now. Wow, jeez. Someone said I bought it. Yeah, I agree, Hizoka. The prices will probably drop on those. I would assume once more come into circulation onto eBay, they probably will drop. When there's more up at a time. Right now it looks like there's only been one up at a time. So I'd be careful buying these right out the gate because you got to think there's supposed to be 1,200 of them that are gonna in existence. I would wait a little bit probably on those. That's what I would recommend. But yeah, that's crazy. But yeah, there's limited. They're limited. I mean, there's only going to be that amount of them out there, so you got to put that into the equation for sure. So pretty interesting stuff on there. Pretty interesting, guys. I didn't even. It's like some of the stuff that goes on that some things you miss, and I wasn't paying attention to that one, but that's pretty interesting. But yeah, so let's move back to the Q&A and see what else we have going on in there. I'm gonna try to answer some more questions that you guys are asking. There's a lot, so I'll try to get to as many as I can. But yeah, so Steven is here with the buying and selling question. The question is, I got back into Pokemon when Black and White booster boxes were coming out and had bought a box of each with my friend to open and then some. I would like to complete sets of some of those sets as well as making some money on the side. Is it better to get it at retail on the newer stuff or save up and go for the older Black and White sets, knowing that the price of the current sets will go also up in the time it takes to save? Thanks, Rev. I really look forward to the live streams every Saturday. Hey, well, that's awesome. So, Black and White era, Steven wants to know, should they grab the boxes of Black and White, right? Or should they get the newer stuff at retail and save up? So, really, I think cash flow is pretty important. So, if you're looking at these things, if you have your money just sitting there and you're saving up for something, you could really put it to work and make it work for you. So I would say maybe try to do the short-term stuff and then quickly, or as quick as possible, build it up to get to the Black and White stuff. But it definitely goes up with the time that it takes to save up for it as well. So I understand that. So It's really the older stuff. If you have the option of going and picking between the modern stuff and the older stuff, I would definitely stick to the older as you can get, because that's the stuff that's going to have the least amount of supply, the higher demand out there for the most part. Maybe not for black and white era right now, but black and white era has slowly been getting more and more popular. There's a high demand for sure for all the newer stuff, but if you have the option of the newer stuff or the older, I would try to go for as older as possible, because a lot of people get priced out, so then they move down to the next thing and then the next thing and then the next thing. But if you can get to like the highest of the older stuff, or like as old as possible, I would try to go with that, the black and white era for sure. I could pull it up on here too. I was looking at black and white stuff earlier. Somebody else had mentioned it, but like Plasma Storm is nice. Boundaries Crossed. I mean, Dragons Exalted. A lot of these black and white era stuff is getting there. It was before the Go hype, before a lot of the craziness of Pokemon. Of course, it was after the OG stuff, but before like the Go hype and like all the crazy stuff that has been going on with Pokemon. But it's a good set. It's older. It's the set that was right before the X and Y era as well. It's a good era. I've definitely been keeping my eye on black and white, and I talk about black and white quite a lot, because you guys are seeing what's happened with it as well. But yeah, let's see what we have here. Next question is from Joanne. It's a grading question. Would this be worth grading considering its state? So we're going to pull up some cards here that might not be in the best condition. Let's see what we got. Oh, this is cool. Pokemon Pinball for Game Boy Color. I was expecting to see some cards, but we actually are switching it up with a video game. That's awesome. So video games, they are, if for those you don't know, you can grade your video games. And I've graded a bunch of my video games. I have one right there. You can see where it's backwards. There we go. Right there is a Pokemon trading card game that I graded. So here are shots of the game, and what you want to do is you want to look at a few of the things on here. Number one, you want to look at the wrap on it. You want to see if it has wear, scratches, or things like that. So for sure, there's probably some scratches on here. The box has some dings. So as you can see here at the top, it's got a ding there. It's got some right here on the edges, but overall, it's not too bad. Now we can check on the back as well. So yeah, as you can see, like this, there's some scratching on the wrap, some dings here, maybe even a little bit of like tears and stuff like that. You can see some right there. So overall, honestly, sometimes I'll just grade a video game to put it in those acrylic cases, because the cases are so nice and people just love having them in there. I would probably grade it if I had this game, just because I like to grade the video games. But it's up to you. It's really not that bad. Excuse me. Like, it's not like it's crushed in like crazy or anything like that. On both sides here, you guys can see it. But Pokemon Pinball, I remember this game. You actually could turn I think you could actually turn the actual Game Boy to like go with the game. I think that's what it was. There's some sort of technology in it. Maybe not this one. But yeah, that's awesome. I would probably grade it. Let's move on to the next question, though. Let's see what we got. This is from JC. This is a buying and selling question. Hey, Rev. I just got back into collecting about 2 months ago. A couple weeks ago, I purchased a vintage Pokemon / Yu-Gi-Oh lot. I have a master base set and a couple hundred cards from Wizards of the Coast. Do you think it's best for me to grade them and then sell, or just sell as is? Also, how much will my master base set be worth? And last question, what's your take on SGC grading? I heard that it is faster than PSA and BGS. Yeah, so we hit on that a little bit earlier, but SGC, they're faster turnaround times, but you know, it's tough. I haven't really seen many of them sell. We can actually pull them up on here and see if any have been selling recently on eBay since the last time I checked. But you just do SGC or SG. What is it? SGC Pokemon. So they do coins and things like that. Oh no, this is SG. I'm getting this confused with the other grading company. Now there's a bunch of grading companies. So it's what is it? CG? I can't even think of the names anymore. CGC. It's CGC. Then there's SGC, which has been around for a while. So you're probably talking about CGC. So CGC is what it is. So there's a handful of them listed. Even DA Cardworld has some, but let's see if any has actually sold. A couple have sold. Oh no, maybe just one. So one shot Rayquaza actually just sold the other day in a 9. So they're interesting. I mean, we're gonna see what they're gonna do. It's gonna be really tough to break into the market, I think, but they might be able to. There's a 9. There's all they're kind of like Beckett with the subgrades, and yeah, I guess that's one of the first ones to ever sell in there. But then you have a collection. Let's see what we got here. I don't know if I can pull up all of your pictures on here, but let's see. Got a Shadowless Charizard. That's looking really nice. The centering's looking pretty good. It's hard to see the holo, though, on that one. It's really hard to see the holo. So I can't really base it off of the front holo. But then the back, like you can see, has a lot of edge wear. So that's going to dock you down quite a bit. I mean, I can zoom in on here and show you guys as well. This is what you want to look for on cards. Edge wear. So you can see all around here, the edges have a lot of whitening. It goes across the whole thing. I mean, that's going to dock you down pretty low. It's hard to see though with these pictures. Like I can't see the front at all if there's scratching on it. I'm assuming this is a print line. There's probably scratches on here. So this wouldn't be a high grade Charizard, but it's still worth it because it's a Shadowless Charizard from the OG base set. And then you have some other cards here like a Haunter. That one looks pretty nice from the front, but then again, it's hard to see the holo on these. So there could be scratches on here. Haunter's already difficult to see if there's scratches and things on it because it's a dark holo. It has like that purple dark background. But then the back is actually looking pretty nice on this one. So if you don't have any scratches on the front holo of it, you could be looking at something like a 9 on the Haunter. There's just a tiny bit, a couple specks of edge wear on this one. And again, that's just what I can see on the photo. So there could be more that I can't see on this, but I'm going to do my best here to see. Now, we do have a Heracross from Neo Genesis in first edition. This came out in, I believe, the year 2000. It's difficult, hard to grade. And I believe it's at a face-off with a pincer, it looks like. You can see like the top of a pincer there from what it seems, which is pretty interesting. It's a nice artwork, and it's a difficult card to get, especially in first edition. But a lot of Genesis stuff is going to have print lines. That's what they're notorious for, is the print lines. Especially a Heracross with a light background like that, but I can't see it, so I can't really say for sure on that one. Ampharos is definitely easier to grade than something like a Heracross from Genesis. So that card, judging from the front, it looks good just from the photo. But again, I can't say for sure what that would be grade-wise. But you got a lot of nice cards here. I would say it's worth grading all of these. Without a doubt, judging from the back of the other Genesis card that I did see from you. And here's another back one. I don't know what that one goes to, but I'm sure it's a Genesis. First edition Genesis, 8s, 9s, 10s, all worth grading for sure. So I would grade all those. I'd grade the Shadowless Charizard. I'd say it's definitely worth it. But yeah, hopefully I answered your question on that one. And we can move on to the next question that is up here. I'm going to check out the live chat and see. Hopefully you guys are all still having a good time here hanging out. Taking it a little bit slower today, guys. I'm not going to lie. Still feeling that 9-hour stream, so I hope you guys are still enjoying it. And, hey, that's awesome. Hey, PokeRev, thank you. Always making my day better and making me smile. I appreciate that. What's going on, Zane? Thanks for joining up here. Hey, Andre, thank you so much. Yeah, the 9-hour stream. You guys could probably tell I'm still recovering from it, but it was an awesome time, so... The gamer says, are you planning to get Darkness Ablaze? So we did an opening of Darkness Ablaze probably about 3 days ago. I'm going to be doing another one. I'm going to say maybe Wednesday. I got another build and battle case if you guys are curious. If you guys saw the build and battle case, we had an ultra rare or a hyper rare or better from every single it was like 1 in 4 packs out of all those build and battle cases, which was crazy. But yeah, it was an awesome time doing that. So we're gonna do that again. The gamer says, I just joined. I'm new. Hey, that's awesome. Thank you so much for joining up the live stream. Consider subscribing, and everybody else that's here that maybe is new to the channel or has not subscribed yet, definitely consider subscribing. And yeah, if you checked out the stream from yesterday was a 9-hour stream of opening up 1,300 packs. We do live openings here every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday. Tomorrow we're doing a giant Hidden Fates opening of, it's like 280 packs or like 70 some tins. That one's going to be awesome. That'll be a casual like 2.5-hour stream. So saying casual as compared to yesterday's. But yeah, we do all kinds of openings here. Check out the channel. I got playlists there. You guys can see all kinds of different openings. So a lot of cool stuff going on here. And yeah, happy to have you here. Appreciate you being here. And I see a lot of other people saying they're new here. Nicholas, Candice, if I said your name right, thank you so much for joining up. Cody says, my wife thought my Pokemon addiction was crazy. Seen you and now accepts me for who I am. Hey, that's so cool. Once the wife's on board, you're good. Once the wife's on board, you are good. When are we gonna get the PokeRev tutorial? Says Sean. You know what? One of these days I'll do it. I might have to do a tutorial. Also, I want to welcome Josh Weltzer. Upgraded to the PokeRev Adventure tier. So thank you so much. Now you definitely have access to the members exclusive opening. So yeah, definitely check out the community tab. There's more information on that. Again, I will announce that. I will announce that tomorrow. At the beginning of tomorrow's stream, what the next members opening is going to be for the end of this month. And it's going to be cool. I keep saying it, but I can't wait to tell you guys what we're doing. Because you guys know we always do crazy stuff here. Chris S. Thank you for the super chat. I want to start a card shop, but many eBay and online sellers are selling sealed product at or close to distributor prices. How are they profitable, and how can local card shops compete? So it's tough. Distributors base their prices on how much product you purchase from them and how good your relationship is with them and how long you've been with them and all kinds of other things. And just so it gets tough, right? When there's a huge seller that just orders like tens of thousands of booster boxes and gets the best price possible. It's like, how can you compete with that pricing? I know I don't sell new modern sets on eBay at all because I can't compete with those types of sellers. And then card shops have it tough too because they have to price out. They can only get X amount of product in. They have to pay for their overhead, the lights, the employees, etc. And it's tough. But if you guys can support your local card shops, that is a good way to go. Like, I will pay, more for a booster box if I have a good relationship with a local card store or something like that, where it's like you go in, the guy or the girl that's running it, or and you go there and especially for players, I think that's big for players. Players definitely, I feel like they're the ones that definitely support the local card shops the most because they're going in there in the tournaments. They're knowing everybody's faces and they're supporting that shop because they want to see that shop stay open and so that they can go in and play their tournaments and things like that. And so really, the players are big for local card shops. So definitely, and it's tough, right? Because you want to start a card shop, but many, you have to deal with that. So the other thing I could say is if you can set up a private website, by private, I mean, not really private, but just like separate from eBay, you're going to avoid all of those fees, or a lot of those fees, not all of them. You're still going to have to pay for your credit card processing or your PayPal processing, which is, maybe 3% or whatever, and the cost to host the website. But you're going to cut out the eBay fees of 10, 11% and all that stuff. But the drawback is the traffic that you get to your website is going to be a lot lower than you would get from eBay or like Amazon or something. So that's the only thing is it's tough. So then you're kind of stuck. It's like either selling local or selling on eBay or something like that. So there's not one sure way to go about it. You can try to grab things that are a little bit older, that are a little bit harder to find, and kind of work your way in that way. But the most difficult stuff is going to be like if you were to go right now and purchase the newest set that comes out, booster box cases of them, and try to sell them on eBay, you're going to have a tough time with all of the competition on there because that's what a lot of people are doing. And then the big guys come in and they purchase like so much of it, and it's just like it's tough to compete with them. But yeah, hopefully I answered your question a little bit. It's just basically it's tough, but it is possible. Trainer Trey says support your local brick and mortar TCG location if and when you can, especially during these times. As a previous owner, I can safely state every patron helps and is equally appreciated by the owners. Absolutely. So if you guys didn't know, Trainer Trey, used to own a local card shop, and I've never seen it, but from what we've talked about and what he's told me is that it was make the place a fun, engaging place where people can come in and they get the experience. They get to talk to you, they get to meet you, hang out. Like I would go drive all the way to Canada today if Trainer Trey opened up his card shop again. I would drive there and go to his card shop and just go there to chill, hang out, support the local business. And yeah, it's like people like that, like Trainer Trey, who's in the community and involved. You want to support each other, and that's what it is, right? Is getting out there and bringing value to people, and then the people will come back and appreciate that in return. So if you make the place a fun place to go with really, I'm sure, like Trainer Trey told me his place had all kinds of cool artworks and products, and it was just like a fun place to go and hang out. So, but yeah, definitely that's some of the things that I would say. But yeah, Andrew said I had no idea that you had a store, Trainer Trey. But yeah, it's tough, right? It's tough, brick and mortar, keeping up and like the overhead and everything like that. So that's why it's definitely a good thing when you go and support your local stores, because honestly, the fun part about it, collecting too, is even the in-person engagements, right? And like the in-person interactions is where it's at as well. So without the local card shops, you're not really going to get that vibe. You're not gonna be able to just go into a card shop and meet people and see cards in person and things like that. Now I kind of want to go to a card shop later today. Now I'm like, oh, maybe we can go to a card shop and grab something. But yeah. But yeah, let's grab some more questions on here, and we'll probably go maybe like another 10 minutes, and then we'll call it. But trying to get to as many questions as I can here. And again, guys, thanks for bearing with me. I'm 100% feeling sluggish today from the 9-hour stream. I'm still recovering from it, so if you notice, I'm definitely moving a little bit slower than normal. The energy level is a little bit lower. I'm trying to, but I want to make sure that I'm answering your guys' questions, because I made a commitment every Saturday to go at least 2 hours or so, maybe 2 to 3 hours, answering your guys' questions, because as you know, I know a lot of you guys ask questions throughout the week, so I get a ton of people emailing me, DMing me on Instagram, and it's tough for me to get back to people, so I find that this is the best place to do it, so I can get everybody at once, and at the same time, so many other people can chime in and they can hear the questions answered as well, so it becomes a community thing. So this question is from Positive Energy. What's going on? Always keeping the positive energy in the Poke Cave. I love having you here, so I appreciate having you in the community. But hey, Rev, in your opinion, which modern PSA card, except for Charizard, will be a good investment? The Wizard of the Coast is just too expensive for me. And do you think Pokemon video consoles / games are worth investing as well if they are used? Love your videos as always. Hey, that's a cool question. So with modern stuff, right? Modern, and then when we talk about modern PSA cards specifically, it is tough. It's tough to say with modern, because you don't really know what's going to happen. You don't know if modern stuff, if more of it's going to just start getting flooded on the market. You don't know if there's not going to be a lot of that stuff coming on, or vice versa. You have to see what the demand is over the years. So modern it's modern, right? It's so new. We don't have a long-term, we don't know what the long-term outlook is on a lot of the stuff, because Pokemon is always coming out with new awesome sets. So I would stick to stuff that, in terms of sets, like the top sets that I always mention, Hidden Fates, and evolutions and stuff like that, where that's really popular, that has those cards that people are looking for. But a card specifically to say oh, this card is definitely worth grabbing right now, it's tough. And I'll be honest with you, I don't have the best, I'm gonna try to say, I mainly, when I talk long term, I'm mainly considering sealed product, just because it makes the most sense to me. So this is my thinking, has always been this, and I've mentioned this a couple times before on these live Q&As, is that sealed product is always becoming less available, right? So the reason for that is because they make a set amount of it. as long as they're not reprinting it. They make a set amount of a product. So let's take, I know this is Wizards of the Coast, and I know I have to flex again on you guys with this pack, but this is the Wizards of the Coast Base Unlimited Booster Pack. These were printed in 1999, and even though they printed these around 7 times, 7 print runs, that was it. So that was it. They printed those, and ever since then, the supply has always been going down on the sealed stuff. But the demand has actually always been increasing. I know there were low points, but overall in general, the demand, especially now, has always been going up. So when you have these two things working together, you have basically, that's what causes the prices to go up on this stuff. Less available, less exists, and demand is either consistent or continuously rising. But the supply, that's the thing. Even if the demand is stagnant and staying the same, or even dipping a bit, the supply is always going down. That's the thing. So the supply is always going down. Always. So that's interesting with collectibles and stuff like that, and sealed products specifically. But then when you think about PSA cards, that's the thing that always has me unsure, is because PSA cards can always go up. Maybe not readily available on the market, but in existence. The PSA population of a card is always going to be, it can never go down. I mean, unless somebody takes the card and just literally just destroys it and just like rips the card in half or like cracks the card out. But nobody's doing that for PSA 10s. So supply always going up. So it's going up. Not saying that the market availability is there. Market availability means, can I go on eBay right now and how many are on there on the market, but how many exist? So that's always going up. So with that, you need the demand to also always be going up as well. So that's always something that's always been puzzling to me, and I never really would hold PSA cards in modern PSA cards long term. I never had a long-term outlook on it, because if I can't figure it out and confidently, or at least somewhat be somewhat confident about the future of something, in terms of like, but of course there's tons of cards that I keep just for my collection. But if I'm talking about cards that I'm not really into, that I just want to either hold on to or sell, I'm not sure. And when we talk about modern, it's tough to say. Nobody really knows for sure, but just keep that in mind, that PSA cards, or cards, graded cards in general, the supply is, it can't go down. I mean, it can go down on availability, which is completely different. Always keep those two things separate: availability on the market and supply of what exists, if that makes sense. So I really can't, there's not one thing that I can really say, oh, this card is undervalued, this is a modern card that's definitely worth it. It's tough to say. I don't really know the answer to it, and nobody really knows the answer to that. But I hope that helped you a bit in your thinking on that. And just one other thing to be careful of is cards that hit the market for the first time. So like Hidden Fates with that shiny Charizard GX. Remember when that hit the market and it was like $10,000 for the black label, and then more and more came on the market and it crashed down, and it came back up, and it's like, I can never figure out modern created cards, what's going to happen next with them. They're kind of like up and down and all over the place. But that's one thing I would caution, is like, say like the Darkness Ablaze Charizard, right? That one's going to come out. That's going to hit a market in the PSA 10, and then, there's only going to be 1 or 2 on the market right at the beginning, and everybody's like, oh my gosh, I need to have that card. But you have to think like, okay, just like think for a second. Darkness Ablaze just came out. They have booster boxes, like thousands and hundreds of thousands and millions of cards being printed. So just wait, and then just see like how many more of those hit the market, and then maybe judge it for yourself. But I hope that helps, and I know I can't give you an exact answer on that one, but that's just my thinking behind long-term modern and my thoughts on it. Of course, you guys can chime in as well, your thoughts on that kind of stuff, because there's not one answer. Okay, so let's see what next question is going to be. Tim Jones, the goal is to get every Pikachu card, and do you have any information about this card? Any info would be greatly appreciated. So let's see. We're going to have a card up here. You know what? I've seen this card before. I don't know how to say the name. It's like Meiji. is the name of the company that made these cards. I don't know specifically like the history of the card or anything like that, but here's the front and back. If anybody, like, this is what it's all about, right? Like the community, like if you guys know information on this card, throw it in the live chat right now and we can help out Tim Jones on this. But I don't know specifics on this card, to be honest with you. But there's the front and back. Nintendo Creatures Game Freak. I mean, it's got to be old. It's got a Game Freak on the back there. Tokyo. And there's the information in Japanese. And there's the company right there that does the card. I'll give you guys a close-up of the back. But then there's the Pikachu. It's got a 50 on the bottom. I don't know what that was for, what it means. As well as it looks like a fist is like on the bottom there, an icon. And there's the name, the Pikachu. It looks like a gold. It's like gold in background. It looks really nice. So if anybody has information on that card, the chocolate promo, says Falcor. Chocolate promo. Okay, somebody said, is that with a question mark? Is that the chocolate promo? I'm not sure. I'm not sure, honestly, if anybody knows. It's an old card, though. I can tell you that. It's definitely old. It's definitely up there. I don't see a date on it, though. But yeah, if anybody has any info on it, feel free to throw it in. And then I'll move on to the next question. I'll check back in with you guys because I know I'm on somewhat of a delay here. I think I'm on like a 15-second delay. But yeah, let's see what we have up next here. So this next question is in regards to Champion's Path. So we actually have a photo here. So there's the Champion's Path for those of you guys don't know. The question was, is there anything special about Champion's Path besides Charizard? So is it just Charizard? No. So it's not just the Charizard. The big thing with Champion's Path is that we're assuming, I mean, it's not confirmed, but we're assuming that there's going to be a subset. If you guys know with Hidden Fates, the subset, and when I say subset, this is what I mean. So I move the Hidden Fates and I click here and on PokeLector. So the main set, like this is the main set of Hidden Fates. It's not like crazy. You know, there's like a Charizard GX. There's some cool cards, OG stuff. But then the subset is all the Shiny Vault, right? This is the Shiny Vault subset. That's literally the bloodline. That is it for Hidden Fates. Shiny Charizard GX, all these shinies, right? That's the subset. So there's no confirmation on it, but we're hoping and assuming that there's going to be a subset here, which is going to take this set to the next level for Champions. Where'd it go? Champions Path. Of course, the Elite Trainer box, like you said, has the Charizard, the Full Art Charizard. That's going to fuel it. The VMAX Charizard is going to kick it up like to another notch. So this could be something where it's like a Hidden Fate set where it's just very, very popular. They do everything right in the set, and it's really collectible. There's a chase. It's tough to get the cards because they don't have booster boxes, etc. So that would be my take on it. And I think that's probably, let me see if anybody else said. It's an old chocolate promo. There was a gold silver one. Okay. So that's some more information. It's some sort of chocolate promo. Tree EJ says, what is Champion's Path? So Champion's Path is Sword and Shield 5.0. Or not 5.0. This is when I start losing my mind a little bit. I'm starting to get super tired now from yesterday's 9-hour stream and then this one. But I'm still having an awesome time hanging with you guys. But if I say something that's like a little bit off, it's just my brain's starting not to work anymore. But it's Sword and Shield 3.5. So that's Champion's Path. It comes out in about 2 months, and that comes out after Darkness Ablaze. So you're going to want to check that out. It's going to be like the Hidden Fates of this year. I mean, Pokemon's doing everything right with this, so I'm even more excited for Champion's Path now than Darkness Ablaze. But I was already really super excited for Darkness Ablaze. But that is that. So I think, guys, that's going to do it. I think we're going to wrap it up with that. Ended it on Champion's Path. Some cool news from this week. The Charizard that sold earlier this week at over 70,000. We got Darkness Ablaze dropping in a couple weeks. Champion's Path is coming out in about 2 months. I think we're having a fun time here with Pokemon in general. The market's growing. Everybody's jumping in on it and having a good time and just having fun collecting. And whether you're a collector, buying and selling, or you're doing both, or you're just enjoying it in general. And just the main thing is this have the Poke positivity. Make sure have fun with it. Don't get stressed out with it if you are new. That's what I always say. But yeah, guys, we're going to wrap it up there. Thank you guys for hanging out with me during the live Saturday Q&A. Hopefully you guys learned something new, had a fun time here, and we do this every Saturday. If you guys are new and you haven't subscribed yet, consider hitting that subscribe button. Turn on notifications. You'll get notified as soon as we go live here, because most of the videos in the Poke Cave are live format where I hang out with you guys and we have a fun time just talking about Pokemon cards or opening up Pokemon cards. Guys, tomorrow is Sunday. And Sunday is the massive Hidden Fates opening, starting that at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Make sure you come by and check that out. We're going to see if we can get that shiny Charizard GX out of there. And yeah, that's going to be it. I appreciate you guys as always. Hope you guys have a great day, and I will see you on the next one.